morning. At the end of the show, we tally your votes, and at 3:50 p.m., you will know who's winning. Only on The Poll Show. Vote now on any social media, and the lines are open. WhatsApp 466-5391. Studio 342-0081. Your vote, your choice. Only on The Poll Show. 91.9 FM.
For we, and we will set you free.
Blessed good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Blessed good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Blessed good afternoon to you. Yes, sir. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to keep it in mind. Today we come to work. So I need you to call somebody who knows somebody. Let them know we are the Street 919. What?
Vote for we, and we will set you free. Anywhere you turn, somebody chant. Vote for we, and we will set you free.
Time to cast your vote. This is The Poll. Cast your vote now on any platform. The poll is open.
Yeah. First of all, before we go forward, we must give the Father the praise, the honor, and the glory. So Trinidad and Tobago, wherever you at, once you're hearing the sound of my voice, I want to lift up the Caribbean, I want to lift up the world in extension. And before we get to today's poll, we have a responsibility to ask the Father to take charge of every single thing that we're doing. So this blessed afternoon, this blessed Thursday afternoon, wherever you at, once you're hearing the sound of my voice at the Street 919, brothers and sisters, I encourage you to share the live. I encourage you to call somebody who knows somebody. Let them know that we are a couple of days away. Monday is right there. So right now we are looking for no argument. We are looking for no upset. Right now we're sticking to the facts, and we need to know, ladies and gentlemen, who the people want in Trinidad and Tobago. We need to know who is what color, what code, who you're representing, where you're calling from. So hear me, before we get into that, let me give God some praise, some honor, and some glory. So Heavenly Father is your son Irvin, and Lord, we just want to give you the praise, the honor, and the glory. And as we navigate to this 2025 election, Father, we ask that you cover each and every person. We pray that every decision be a spiritual decision. Heavenly Father, we ask that you take charge of each and every household in this nation, and brothers and sisters, be vote how they feel to. They vote based on what they need. Father, we ask that you just cover our nation, cover our citizens outside of Trinidad and Tobago. We pray that governments on the outside continue to find favor in our citizens. We want to lift up all those in school. We lift up each and every one of our leaders in every sector. And Father, we say a special prayer for each and every business in Trinidad and Tobago, the Caribbean, and the world in extension that continue to navigate today. Father, we pray for a spirit of calmness. We pray for a spirit of unity, a spirit of togetherness, a spirit of prosperity for Trinidad and Tobago. On Monday come, Father, we pray that the right and the relevant decision be made in no other name but Jesus' name. So Father, we ask that you cover today's program, cover each and every one of our callers, you cover each and every one of our listeners. Father, you just take charge of each and every word that is being uttered today in no other name but in Jesus' name. Amen and amen. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, family and friends, yeah, this is Blessed Thursday. Yeah, Thursday before election. But I just want to take down this music a little bit. I want to take down this music a little bit, and I start in one way. I want to let you know first, at 1 o'clock, we have an interview. Brothers and sisters, we have Mr. Gary Griffith supposed to be online with us having a conversation, and at the end of the day, you know, this channel is the channel of democracy, where we give each and every organization an opportunity to express what they are doing, how they decide to govern Trinidad and Tobago, and my responsibility is to let you know, you already know where you stand. So you ain't have to argue with nothing, you ain't have to feel bad about nothing, and at the end of the day, I just want to do something before we go forward, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking at the clock, it's 16 minutes past 12 on my side. I want to take 1 minute today. There is a nurse that died from Point 14 General Hospital. Very active nurse. Just the other day, my wife was sick. She took care of my wife. Just the other, watch me, is a well-known sister. And mind me, beside her, we have the divers who was stuck in the pipe. Beside the divers, we have the man from Rig 110 who has not been found. We have a lot of different circumstances throughout Trinidad and Tobago where families are mourning, where people are grieving, where people don't understand what is going on due to violent crimes, due to unforeseen circumstances. So I just want to ask you, let me just take 1 minute, just to keep a moment of silence to each and every family that is grieving today in Trinidad and Tobago. Brothers and sisters, thank you very much. Again, I want to thank each and every one of our brothers and sisters. I must thank the listeners at the Street 919 family. Ladies and gentlemen, we send condolences to each and every family that affected by violent crimes and unforeseen circumstances in Trinidad and Tobago, the Caribbean, and the world in extension. But today, brothers and sisters, we find ourselves in a position where we are a couple of days away from the 2025 general election. Hey, let me allow Brother David Runner to flow in the back. I need you to call somebody who knows somebody.
Somebody going to take the country far. Somebody putting all the bandits away. He said, if they do the crime, they're going to damn well pay. But somebody promising the human rights, while somebody threatening to put out your lights. The mortuary full with little Trinidad boys. A bullet start to whine and put an end to the joy. Now they're lying cold for their mama to mourn. The Nike gone, the gold teeth gone. You see, they want their pocket full with blue silk. They want the statue drinking full cream milk. The little red silk is not their true friend. The blue one have two extra north on the end. So I tag on the toys, now they take it to hell. But look where we reach, well.
I hear a madman ball while he's spread out on a wall.
He said, this is it, I've been hit. No time to give up, brother, no time to quit.
Is the chant of a madman in the space of a strange land. This is the chant of the madman.
This the only
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, Trinidad and Tobago, wherever you at, once you're hearing the sound of my voice, this blessed Thursday afternoon, we know it's a little rainy out there. I need you. We need you. We need you to vote today, ladies and gentlemen.
Vote for we and we go set you free. Vote for we and we will set you free.
Time to cast your vote. This is the poll. Cast your vote now on any platform. The poll is open.
Once again, the numbers to call is 342-0081 and 466-5391. Bless good afternoon, caller. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Oh, brother, good afternoon.
Good.
That's when I said yellow is the code.
Yes.
Yellow is the code for better Trinidad and Tobago. Calling from New York.
New York, one thing for me. I need you because we're trying to express ourselves positively. So you need to tell me in New York who the people want.
Yeah, they want Kamala.
Thank you. Who the people want?
Yeah, we want Kamala. Yeah, PNM is failures, but nobody want them.
Thank you.
10 years of failures. They put pressure on the PNM. Right?
Thank you.
Bye.
Hey! Thank you much, caller. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 1 out of 2 is either you're red, ready, and responsible, or yellow is the code. And once yellow is the code, I will ask you who the people want. And you need to tell me who the people want. We are playing going forward. This thing is serious business. Hey, we have some videos coming to it. Look where we reach. Well, I hear a man call. Brothers and sisters, let me give you yesterday's scores. Well, let me take this call before we go. Bless, good afternoon, caller.
Yes, good afternoon.
How you do? Where you calling from? And who you representing?
I'm calling from Tumacat, voting PLM.
Talk to me, Tumacat.
PLM.
Thank you much, Tumacat. And ladies and gentlemen, Tumacat has spoken. And Tumacat says PNM. So PNM is on the board. Yeah, UNC is on the board. And remember, we still have Patriotic. Remember, we still have PEP. Remember, we still have NTA. Remember, we still have APP and COP. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Bless, good afternoon, caller.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Talk to me, who the people want this afternoon?
You want yellow camera to start the sector.
Yes, man,
You
yes.
want to, because you know why? Because you see that short on them, don't have a manifesto, everything you want to say, but you're going to do them for it.
Yes.
But nobody won't believe that, you know why? Because they had it for 9 years, 10 years, you could say, 10 years, and they never do nothing for the people. All of us now, they're ready and they're ready and they're responsible. Responsible for what? To kill him off. You understand? So yellow is the code, and the whole country gone yellow. And I want to come out. When Samba win, when the UNC win, everybody wins. Thank you, my brother.
Caller.
Yeah.
Talk to me, who the people want?
The people want Kamala.
Thank you
The people want Kamala.
Who the people want?
The people want. Because she's a pattern. She loves you. She'll take care of the children.
Yes.
She don't go to party politics about PNM. And PNM ain't giving her nothing.
Hey.
She's a poor person. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, man. Ladies and gentlemen, if you saying yellow is the code, when I ask you who the people want, you address the name, you identify the name. This blessed Thursday evening, yeah, this is not a game. Yeah, we coming out in our numbers, despite who you politically stand with. Today I need your confidence. This is the platform for democracy. Utilize it. Bless, good afternoon, caller.
Yes, good afternoon.
Talk to me.
Yellow is the code.
Talk to me, who the people want?
These people picking the Honorable Kamala Persad-Bissessar.
Yes, man. Go ahead.
And I want to tell you, the lady who called it PNM lady, she lives in Tumacat. You know the meaning of Tumacat?
Talk to me.
2 monkeys.
Hey! Hey! Thank you, caller. And again, Trinidad and Tobago, let me give you some results from yesterday. Tobago. In Trinidad side, PNM I see 18 people. It's either you're in the race or you're not in the race. To the United National Congress, if you're hearing what you need to hear, today, I need you out and about. I need to put the figures on the board. I need by tomorrow, please the Lord, that Trinidad and Tobago, that the Caribbean, that the world understand that if yellow is the code, and if the people want Kamala, well then that's what we're dealing with. And our responsibility is to deliver the relevant information so that people understand what we're dealing with. So here at the Street 919, brothers and sisters, those of you listening at conventional radio, if you don't have your phone, I need you to call somebody, link somebody, talk to somebody, let them know, get online and put a vote for you, because we're voting at IWER TV, at YouTube, and at Facebook. We head into the Street 919 FM. Bless, good afternoon, caller.
Greetings, Brother Urban.
Greetings. Talk to me. Where you calling from and who you supporting?
Lavender East Mover.
Talk to me.
Yellow is the code.
So who the people want in Lavender East? Talk to me.
The people want Kamala. The people want Kamala.
Love.
The people want Kamala.
Hey, You go ahead. You go ahead. Hey! Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, today we come to work. You know. We have a responsibility to practice democracy at the Street 919. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Hey, brother Felix.
Doctor, man.
Lessons, bro. I know tune in early.
Yes.
And as you say, the sound of your voice, a song of positivity and, you know, fortitude and,
yes.
you know, strength.
Yes, man.
Long story short, real talk, you know, we voting for the United National Congress.
So who the people want? Talk to me. Who the people want?
People want, I have a different style. The people want the Honorable Miss Kamala Persad-Bissessor.
Yes.
That's what the people want.
Yes.
FC.
Yes, man. Yes, man. Yes, man. Caller.
It's all about a brighter.
You go ahead. I know that's how you think to add. Go ahead.
Nah, I ain't going to keep it too long. It's all about a brighter tomorrow. What Anti-Cam's talking is equal opportunity, equal rights, and equal respect.
Yes.
And that's what we are about. Love.
Yes, man. Let's good afternoon, caller.
Afternoon. It's during the glory years of yellow. Everything was so good, healthcare, this, that, the other, education. How come everything just disappeared and the country has the same crisis and all of that? And yet still, on two occasions, the yellow was booted out, and maybe again they might be booted out. And it's only the younger people who don't really know, who might have been 5 or
yeah, call her today, short and sweet, short and sweet.
All right, okay. So,
Doctor, man, who we voting for?
All my
Is either you red?
Red, because things was so good. And so 2 years the red rained, they will rain again.
Thank you much, caller.
The third session. Okay,
yeah,
bye.
Yes, man. And ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, family and friends, again, the numbers to call is 342-0081 and 466-5391. Today, I had to get Tobago scores. Yes, Tobago, bless good afternoon to you. So whether you're in Bacalat, whether you're in St. George's, whether you're in Roxborough, you could be in Goodwood, I have some results for you. Lowlands, I have some results for you. Let's good afternoon, caller.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Talk to me. Where you calling from and who you representing?
Yeah, yesterday I called in, I can't get through because you have that woman talking so long on the phone.
Well, you see, I cut it off there one time. Talk to me. Who you supporting? Who you representing?
Yellow is the code, man.
So who the people want?
The people want Kamala.
Who the people want?
Kamala.
Thank you. You go ahead.
Yeah, man.
Yes, man. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Yeah, good day to each and every one of listeners out there.
That Belly, how you doing today?
Man, I voting for unity.
Talk to me, I want you to tell me who the people want.
The people want Kamala.
Who the people want?
Kamala.
Right. Hey!
The people want Kamala, man. I'm saying it loud.
Thank you. Hey.
Kamala brings unity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, man.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Bless good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon to you and all the listeners out there. My dear President family.
Talk to me. Who you voting for? Who you representing? Talk to me.
Yellow is the code.
So who the people
want Kamala? I want Kamala. Everybody want Kamala.
Thank you. Hey.
Hear what going on? I remember a man in red say we have one of the best healthcare system in the Western Hemisphere.
Yeah.
I went clinic this morning, my brother. Right? No insulin shortage of insulin in the hospital. Right? I have to go to get an echocardiogram. You know what the doctor telling me?
Yeah.
They don't have the machine for this in the hospital. I have to go and take it private. You know what the cost of it private?
How much?
She said between $600 to $800. But we have the best healthcare system in the hemisphere.
In the hemisphere.
You could believe that? You could believe that?
Talk to me. Who the people want? Who the people want? Talk to me.
Have to go. This PNM have to go. We want Kamala. Kamala is we want.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
The code.
Thank you, caller. Thank you, caller. Stay tuned and make sure and share the live.
I always hear.
This is it, I've been hit. But no time to give a brother, no time to quit.
It's the chant of a madman. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon.
Good
the people want Kamala.
Yay.
Yellow is the code.
Yes,
and I have 15 back in the app. I'm bringing them out next Monday.
Lovely.
Oh, yellow is the code. Yellow is the code.
Hey.
Yellow is the code.
Who the people want?
Kamala, all the way.
Thank you, caller. And it's that, ladies and gentlemen, whoever it is you're representing, you have the responsibility to practice democracy at the Street 919 on a daily basis. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Yeah, man, you're acknowledging, you know, as I'm Trinidad, and right now I'm Tobago for holiday.
Doctor,
and like everybody vexed in Tobago because everything is blue.
Thank you. Hey, so it sounds to me like in Tobago, the people want TPP too. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I must say a blessed good afternoon to Mason Hall. I must say a blessed good afternoon to Scarborough. I have some results for you. Blessed good afternoon, caller.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I just want us as a people to remember that Bob Marley once said, emancipate yourself from mental slavery.
Amen to
None but of ourselves can free our mind.
Yes, man.
But Sizzler also said it so eloquently when he said to us, to divide and rule is the only plan.
Whoa.
So we need to be circumspect in our decision making.
Yes, man.
And make sure that at the end of the day, right, when you're dancing with the devil, remember you don't get to pick the tune. Have a good day.
Hey!
Vote for we and we will set you free.
What?
Anywhere you turn, somebody chanting to we.
Hey!
Somebody promising jobs.
Bless good afternoon, President.
Yeah, man.
Talk to
Good afternoon, Ruben.
Talk to we.
Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes, man.
Well, you will go on today now. Because today is the 24th, right?
Yes, man.
So we only have 4 days.
Right.
So everything's sounding like 4, right? Well, you will go on here with me now, right? Now, for days now, I'm telling you, I'm waiting until the last day.
Yeah, man.
But according to my numbering, the spirit overnight, because I ain't sleep yet, dealing with my matter.
Talk to me.
And the spirit gave me to vote for the UNC. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to give me a little play. I'm going to tell you why.
Talk to me.
You see the reality that I see in Trinidad and Tobago.
Talk to me.
As we as a people who pass through as much as we could have passed through with the PNM.
Yes, man.
No, we would not mind putting them up. But here we go on. You see the deceptiveness of putting another somebody who nobody didn't really vote for.
Yeah.
And you just jump out on me, that deceptful, that I don't know how to put it, that embarrassing condition that you just jump out of it just so and go on about your business. And according to plenty people with a whole set of money, giving people 4% and you take 47.
Yeah.
You see all of that? I think the PNM had to take a back seat for 5 years.
Yes, man.
And then we put somebody, we don't know how Kamala and them was, or we don't know how the PNL was and is.
Yes.
So we're going to leave them out for 5 years and put a UNC inside of there, and we will stand up and make sure that they do what they have to do for the 5 years.
Amen.
And that is concerned.
Yes, man.
As much as I talk to many of my brothers and them, well, they beat me down and say, hey, Prezi, it's UNC. So I decided, I said, well, all right, I have to go with the forces and them and deal with the matter how we see it. We need a change. We will take a chance and take that change with the UNC for 5 years. Anything else after that, we will look to deal with the rest.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to that day over until later on.
President, respect. Respect, man.
Jesse Martin, the PLM on fire, Scott Young on fire, the government on fire.
What?
The people want Kamala, the people want Kamala, the people want Kamala.
I need you to share the live. Today. We are playing today.
10 years now the people suffering, raising tax and raising everything. Now it's time to vote them out of all you know who they want. The people want Kamala, the people want Kamala, the people want Kamala, the people.
Bless good afternoon, caller.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, man. Talk to me, caller.
Yellow is the code.
Who the people want? Talk to me.
The people want Kamala.
Talk to me. Who the people want, man?
And that man, the traitor who now call here, but they no, UNC. He's a traitor. Let how they call him, Hall. President Hall.
Yes, man. Oh, God. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, family and friends, not today. We just need you to get out and vote Monday, please the Lord. Do it resoundingly. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Yeah, good afternoon. The people that want Kamala, they want coalition, they want back the economy, they want back the economy, they want back unity.
Hey, talk to me.
That's the only way. Yeah, coalition together and strength and power, man.
So who the people want? What Trinidad and Tobago want? Who they want for the next Prime Minister?
We want Kamala for the next Prime Minister, man.
Thank you very much, caller.
Yes, man.
What? Bless good afternoon, caller.
Mr. Felix, the people want Kamala, the people want Kamala, the people want Kamala. Yellow is the code, the people want Kamala, go on Kamala.
Talk now. Hey!
Everybody now, go on vote for Kamala, go on vote for Kamala, take a jump for Kamala,
hey!
Take a jump for Kamala, go on vote for Kamala, go on.
Bless good afternoon, caller. Bless good afternoon.
This is Sour.
You're breaking up. Bad.
Alright. This is Sour.
Sour?
Yes.
Talk to me.
The code is yellow, and I'm voting Kamala.
Talk to me. Who the people want? Who the people want?
Kamala.
Thank you.
We want Kamala.
Thank you, caller. Thank you, caller.
Jesse Martin, the PLM on fire, Scott Young on fire, the government on fire, the people want Kamala.
We could say what we want today,
The people want Kamala.
but President make a very serious point. You can't ram nothing down my throat. Don't get on like we do our options in Trinidad and Tobago. What? Today you ain't feeling less than. Monday, please the Lord. Monday, please the Lord. You have a responsibility to support who you're supporting. But today, you have the opportunity to practice democracy. Hey! Bless good afternoon, caller.
Yeah, good afternoon, Felix. How are you doing?
I'm okay. Talk to me where you're calling from and who you're representing.
All right. Claxton Bay. Yellow is the code.
Talk to me who the people want in Claxton. Thank you.
People want Kamala.
Hey!
Now, here I want you to do something.
Go ahead.
Remember that clip you played Stuart Young yesterday for his senior fire in 2010?
Yes.
He have one on the 16th last month. Where he talk in Woodford Square. Pull up that and play it too.
All right.
And I'm going to hear about light. He tongue split in two.
I go look for it. Hey! Thank you. Who the people want? Remind me.
Kamala, brother. Kamala.
Thank you very much.
I'll call you next one tomorrow.
Lovely. Thank you, man, sir. Not me who say say it is Mr. President who say it. Facebook say it. YouTube say it. The people of Trinidad and Tobago said it. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Brother Felix, good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago.
Good afternoon, talk to me.
Boy, we saying yellow is the code, but I just want to say something to the representative of the yellow.
Talk to
him. It's not Kamla or UNC the people, you know, if you want change, if you want something new, something different.
Yes,
right?
man.
So what I'm saying, you see how we standing up and we supporting and we going all out for this party card. There's not UNC. I want them to remember we voting for a change.
Yes,
and we voting for something new.
Yes.
Right? We would be head on the heels to make sure that all these promises and everything. I mean, yeah, the question was why he wasn't doing that before.
Yes.
But watch me. Before is the past. Now is the future. We're going forward.
Yes,
and as we go forward, I want the representatives, the people, those in charge, the dignitaries and the UNC, the heads of them, to know that they are going on. We're taking a chance and putting them there, and we'll be on their heels, and we'll be watching, and we're going to give them 5 years now.
Yeah.
We're not taking no crap.
Yes, man.
Tobago, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody.
Yes,
Yellow is the code. They go attend in the house. They go attend Central. I think it's UNC, they go attend Central.
Yes, man. Thank you much, caller.
Yes, have a nice afternoon, my brother. God bless. Continue the good work.
Yes, man. Thank you.
Jesse Martin. PNM on fire.
What?
Young on fire.
What?
Government on fire.
What?
People want Kamla. The people want Kamla. The people want Kamla. The people want Kamla. Who the people want Kamla? Who the people want Kamla? 10 years now the people suffering.
Hey.
Raising tax and raising everything. Now it's time to vote them out of. Yeah.
Bless good afternoon, caller.
Felix, the people want Kamla, but let me tell you something.
Talk to me.
I don't even know how we have to fear Kamla. You know why? We saw that woman rule. It's Rowley made lies on her and put doubt in people's hearts, and they run go on for tea. And then they saw what a real terrible leader is. When Kamla was there, let me tell you, I remember Hearty Foods had burned down, and all the workers out of the supermarket in Arima, all the workers won the bread line. It was time to buy books. It was August vacation. I remember Kamla sent $5,000 for each household who had lost the job. And if they see her enough on the list, they should call in, because she sent that money and said, don't let your heart worry, your children first. That is a caring leader. I don't know why we talking about Fred Kamla and its new Kamla heart in the right place.
Yes.
She will lead the rest of them in the right place to do for once what people is vote for. We is vote for security. We is vote for some kind of caring in our money in our treasury. And that's the only woman that gives back the money on us. The only person. So you know what? The people rightfully want Kamla.
Thank you, caller. Thank you, caller. Hey! Hey!
Jesse Martin. The PNM on fire.
What?
Young on fire.
Bless good afternoon, caller.
Afternoon, San Fernando East, Yellow is the code here.
Yes, man. What do people want in San Fernando East? Talk to me.
Kamla.
Lovely. Go ahead. Go
Kamla.
ahead. Hey!
Hey, what's wrong now? It's so true, but the only party who have track record for development in this country is the UNC.
Yes.
Mr. Robinson did a real good to it when he coming in party. Thank God he come and redeem this country, because the PNM party had contact with all the oil boom in this country, boy.
Yes, man.
The PNM are saying it again, citizen. PNM party had all the contact with the oil boom in this country. What they do with it?
Yes, man.
And Kamla them have the evidence and track record of bringing down the wealth to the people. Just imagine the last 5 years them had. 1 year, they built 25 schools in 1 year.
Hey!
Look at that record earlier.
Hey!
And people, it are people calling in here, and the lady called again, but please, lady, we respect you, we love you as a citizen, but bring some facts on the table now. Bring some facts, please, we love you, and Lady Grace I got saturate you to make quality decision. Because watch me, I'm saying one more thing. The decision, before we make a decision, we have to look at the consequences of it.
Yes.
Because 9 years ago, we live with the consequences and we see trouble. So the citizen, my citizen, make a right decision, because we go face the wrong consequences.
Yes, brother.
God bless.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you much. Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, Once you're hearing the sound of my voice, listen. What? Bless good afternoon, caller.
Yeah, afternoon.
Afternoon time.
Yeah, man, you see that caller who called there before the fella? You see that woman? I want to say head of the class. You see the man before? The one PLN to the heart, you know. You see what he's saying? But oh, we had a whole camera accountable and thing. But I wasn't doing that for 10 years, caller.
Hey!
The one PLM, you know. The always one PLM, but the one camera to fix everything. The one another party. And there you want to fix anything. But the PLM till the dead, that was I saying, you know.
Well, what's me? Caller, I telling you straight, I predicting. Come Monday, UNC win election. By Tuesday, you go see roadblock and all kind of notice. Just like UNC been in power. We don't know that.
The one the best I like, but the one the PLM, but I know the PLM can't do it, you know.
They know that. Let me
tell you something, yeah. You see what's going on in the country right now? What's going on right now? What's falling from the sky? Rain.
Thank you.
You know what it's called that? That is the water lord, Mr. IWER George bringing blessings. The water lord himself. And when the water lord speak, I always respect IWER the best soca artist. He came on Marshall. When IWER mash up crowd, you know what say IWER can't sing.
Yeah, no, man.
Only sing over and over. You tell her, man. IWER can mash up crowd.
Yes, he in charge of that. He in charge of that. He in charge of that, caller.
I'm so happy water blessings. You better want to come for your blessings. The water blessings.
Hey, caller, thank you.
That is what is going on. Yes. The Lord himself has sent blessings to the nation.
Hey, thank you much, caller.
Take the blessings, nation. Yellow is the code.
Who the people want? Talk to me.
Kamla, the people want Kamla.
Hey, hey.
Yellow is the code.
Yes, man, yellow is the code. And the caller is so right. They could say what they want. They can't disrespect Mr. Neil IWER George. That's the boss in the business. Yes, man. Bless good afternoon, President.
Yeah, man. Let me shoot a shot here.
Short and sweet. Go ahead. Short and sweet. Go ahead.
Everybody have a choice to make the choice when they feel like at any point in time. All of us living in this country.
Yes.
And if anybody see the time in their own soul, they see the time to make a choice for themselves, I don't see I got to interfere with nobody else.
Yes,
if you want to make your choice, brother, make your choice. Yes. And leave people out of your mouth. Because here we're going to hear something too good there just now. If a man make a choice now, at the time we see what's going on, we make the choice.
Thank you,
nobody else makes that for me.
President, don't quarrel. All right, President, you don't quarrel. All
right,
yes, man. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, family and friends, a man like President come out today. He ain't hiding. He let you know. Come Monday, he voting for the United National Congress. He understand what the people want. We have a responsibility to continue practicing our democracy here at Street 919. So the fact that each and every one of us sit on the same side of the fence, listen. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Hello.
Talk to me, Papa. Good day. How you do?
Glory, glory, hallelujah. The people want Kamla.
Hey! Talk to me. Hey!
Yellow is the code on his back.
Thank you much, Papa. Hey!
Go and vote for the rising sun, even if the rain falling.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, family and friends, I tell all you we come to work today. You have to tell me who the people want based on the information you have been hearing. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Good day, boy. Good day.
Talk to me.
But I don't say a price to get in this program, boy. You know, man, it's very easy to get in here, boy. What, man, here, what I want to say, as the observers down here in the UNC, we want to get those special voters box tally on the same day of the voting. After the finish, because there's tally all and go with it. We want to tally my UNC, my PNM.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
and you see that PNM, we will put them in the pipeline, the same pipeline we're going to put divers drunk, and we're going to close it and we send nobody to have them.
Hey!
Right?
Talk to me.
All right.
I need you to tell. I need you to tell me.
Everybody wants the Cesar.
Hey!
Even if the rain falls.
Let's good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon to you, Mr. Felix.
What's going on, big brother?
Who the people want?
Kamala.
I cool, calm and humble. Who the people want?
They say Kamala, I'm gonna say. No matter where you look,
Kamala.
no matter where you turn, no matter where you tune into, that's what the people saying.
It look like the PLM on fire.
Hey!
It look like the PLM on fire.
What?
And the people saying they want Kamala. So Stuart, you could jump high, you could jump low. You could go in. You could go in the Magdalena Hotel with Keith Rowley, or you could swim in luxury. We will vote you out on Monday because what do people want?
Kamala. Hey!
Yellow is the code.
Thank you much, caller. I need you to call somebody who knows somebody this blessed afternoon. Tobago, we ain't leave you out. We ain't leave you out at all. I need you to call and let me know. The people were the anchor. Tobago, you have to let me know. The people were the anchor. Or they want the bally say. Tell me if they want Wakanda in Tobago. But you have the responsibility. So to the listeners, the conventional radio, bless good afternoon to you. Hey, Kamala. Dalbelly, talk to me.
Yeah, coming up with a different one now.
Talk to me.
We got last one them in the east.
Hey!
We last them in the west.
What?
We last them in the north.
What?
And we last them in the south. Yeah, great is the yellow.
Hey!
The cold.
Talk to me.
Kamala, we want Kamala.
Thank you.
We want Kamala.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah,
Everybody now, go and vote for Kamala. Go and vote for Kamala. Take a jump for Kamala. Take a jump for Kamala.
Bless good afternoon, caller.
Yes, Tobago.
Talk to me.
But the thing is like then what to do with no anchor here and they give you a black box. You know what you're going to see a big black box.
They give you a...
meeting like,
Let me tell you something. You see that anchor, they could bring a black box, they could bring a big ship, they could bring a big boat, they could bring what they want. The work of an anchor is to do what? Not to stabilize and hold on.
You understand?
Thank you.
But the thing is that the black box they bring there, people got to recognize it because it's second to last boat.
Thank you. Hey! Hey! Talk to me. Tobago, big up yourself.
Vote for the UNC, even if the rain falls.
Ladies and gentlemen, remember we have an interview coming up. Because despite what, we understand what is going on in Trinidad and Tobago. But here at Street 919, you have the opportunity to practice democracy. So we're supposed to have an interview in a couple of minutes with Mr. Gary Griffith. At the end of the day, this thing is about politics. It's about equal opportunity. It's about sharing your thoughts and asking and explaining why we should vote for you. And it's a blessing that Mr. IWER George and the Street 919 family continue to practice democracy. Despite what? Despite who? Trinidad and Tobago. What? Hey! All we can do is bring you factual information, and this is what the public is saying.
10 years now the people suffering, raising tax and raising everything. Now it's time to vote them out of. Yeah!
What?
All you know who they want? The people want Kamala. The people want Kamala. The people want Kamala. The people want Kamala.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, family and friends, I must say a blessed good afternoon to Cedros, Erin, Buenos Aires, and Caracas. I must say a blessed good afternoon to San Fernando, Labre, Vancouver, Cochrane. Blessed good afternoon to Princess Stone. Blessed good afternoon to the Bamboo. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some bills to pay. We will be right back.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
To vote is simple. The Elections and Boundaries Commission advises that before Election Day, you should receive your poll card in the mail. Open it to find the address of your polling station. Keep the poll card safe and take it with you on Election Day. If you did not receive your poll card in the mail, you can still vote. A poll card will be prepared for you at your polling station. You can also visit the EBC's website at www.ebctt.com or call the hotline at 785-8206 or 785-8211 to find your polling station. On Election Day, you should check the list posted outside your polling station for your name and number. Where there are several polling stations on the same compound, an information officer will direct you to your polling station. Polling agents who act on behalf of candidates are there to witness the process. If your name is on the list of electors and you have a valid ID card, you join the green line. All other persons, including physically incapacitated, blind or visually impaired persons, should join the red line. You are required to sign your poll card in front of the poll clerk. The deputy presiding officer examines your hands and fingers. If there is no evidence of electoral ink stains, you're issued a ballot paper. The deputy presiding officer also demonstrates how to mark and fold a ballot paper using the guidance ballot and how to vote with the X stamp. The ballot paper is folded to display the initials of the deputy presiding officer and the polling station number. A blind, visually impaired or physically incapacitated person is allowed to vote with the assistance of a companion. In the privacy of the voting booth, you vote by placing an X at the right of your candidate's symbol. If you make a mark other than an X, your ballot will be rejected and not counted. Fold your ballot paper as you were previously shown by the deputy presiding officer and proceed to the officer in charge of the ballot box. Display your folded ballot paper with the initials of the deputy presiding officer and polling station number. You will then be required to dip your finger in the electoral ink before you are allowed to place your ballot paper in the ballot box. If you refuse to dip your finger in the electoral ink, you will not be allowed to vote. When you've finished with this process, wipe off the excess ink. Any problem you encounter in the polling station should be brought to the attention of the presiding officer. To vote is your right. Exercise it. A message from the Elections and Boundaries Commission, your partners in democracy.
Some of you have doubts. I ask you, where is the plywood factory you promised? Where is the sandals you promised? Where is the Toko Highway? Where is the not so insignificant sum of money from Bill Gates that the PNM said they were getting from Bill Gates? You remember that? Where's that money? Where are Dragon Gas? The Toko Port, the Labra Dry Dock, they promised. Where is Nikwan? Where are the VAT refunds and workers' back pay? Where is the roadmap to recovery where they outsmarted eater food fake elites and pseudo-intellectuals? Why did the PNM sell out the country's future to financiers and special interests, resulting in about $134 billion in debt? That is debt that you and your children will have to pay. $134 billion in debt.
On April 28th, vote UNC.
There is money to pay workers and to finance people-centered programs. But this government prefers to give that money to its rich to get richer and to its financiers. That's their plan. I want to remind you that in 2015, before we went out of office, we passed something called procurement legislation. And that was to help deal with the corruption and the fraud for the eater foods and the elites and the financiers. The PNM came and they gutted the legislation. With proper procurement legislation we passed, our country would have saved $5.2 billion a year with that legislation in place properly. $5.2 billion a year wasted in corruption. So the money is there. That's $26 billion saved over 5 years and $52 billion over 10 years that could have gone to workers and citizens in our land. The government is quick to say that anyone speaking up about their incompetence is trying to frighten you, but all we are doing is talking the truth. Now tell me, are you not already frightened by the thousands of murders, rapes, and home invasions? Are you not already frightened of that? You don't need me to frighten you. Are you not already frightened by the high taxes and cost of living? Are you not already frightened for your children's and your grandchildren's futures? The answer is yes. You don't need the UNC and Kamala to frighten you. This government has done all of that. They've already done it. Are you not already frightened about losing your pensions? What is even more frightening is that they are unmoved and uncaring about your problems, your fears, your day-to-day fears. And that is what is truly frightening. They just do not care. Stuart Young claims to be Prime Minister. So if he's in charge, he must see that crime and criminality, property tax, inheritance tax, online purchase tax, value-added tax, higher utility rates are all greedily taking away your assets. These assets are yours. You are the rightful owners. And if he's in charge and seeing your assets being greedily taken away, what is he doing about it? How much further ahead would you have been had your last 10 years been managed by leaders who care and love you? Growth was the norm with the UNC. You must decide how much more of what is rightfully yours you want to lose to P&M financiers.
On April 28th, vote UNC. Because when UNC wins, everybody wins.
Just imagine the P&M on fire, Scott Young on fire, the government on fire. The people want Kamala, the people want Kamala, the people want Kamala, the people want Kamala. Who the people want Kamala? Who the people want Kamala? 10 years now the people suffering, raising tax and raising everything. Now it's time to vote them out of all you know who they want? The people want Kamala, the people want Kamala, the people want Kamala, the people want Kamala. Reckon and if you're voting for Kamala, reckon and if you're voting for Kamala, reckon and if you're voting for Kamala. People want Kamala, Puna want Kamala, Siparia want Kamala, Sampanano want Kamala. First thing, election morning, go and vote for the UNC, even if the rain falling. Go and vote for the rising sun, even if the rain falling. Everybody now, go and vote for Kamala. Go and vote for Kamala. Take a jump for Kamala. Take a jump for Kamala. Go and vote for Kamala. Go and vote for Kamala. Take a jump for Kamala. The people want Kamala. The people want Kamala. The people want Kamala. The people want Kamala. P&M on fire. Scott Young on fire. The government on fire. The people want Kamala. The people want Kamala. The people want Kamala. The people want Kamala. Who the people want Kamala? Who the people want Kamala?
Saturday, the biggest, baddest, boldest political party, the UNC final campaign rally is on home soil, Arangwes, Savannah, Arangwes. It's presentation of candidates, speeches, entertainment, and the feature addressed by political leader KPB+.
You have had other leaders before me. You will have other leaders after me. But never, never, ever will you have a leader who loves you as much as I do.
The final UNC campaign rally Saturday 3 p.m. at Arangwes, Savannah. Live coverage on this station on all major platforms.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Hi, I'm Valentine Garcia.
And I'm Nikki Garcia.
Please join us on the Final Hour broadcast every Thursday at 9 a.m. on The Street 919 FM radio.
Every week we will journey into the amazing Word of God. So please join us.
See you then.
On April 28, Tobago faces a defining moment in history, one that will shape our island's destiny for generations to come. Vote for the Tobago People's Party. Put your X next to the anchor, Tobago West. Vote Joel Sampson.
I am Joel Nutsi Sampson, area representative of the beautiful electoral district of Bonaccord Crown Point. I have seen firsthand how many of Tobago's challenges go beyond the Assembly's reach. Issues like national security, budget allocations, and the fight for our fair share require strong representation at the national level. That's why I am willing to step forward to make the move from area representative of Bonaccord Crown Point to becoming your next member of parliament for Tobago West.
Vote for the Tobago People's Party. Put your X next to the anchor.
Attention special elector applicants. It's time to collect your special envelope for the 2025 parliamentary elections. Visit your selected EBC registration area office from April 17th to April 24th. Our hours for collections are Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Make sure to provide a valid form of identification when collecting your special envelope. A message from the Elections and Boundaries Commission, your partners in democracy.
This election, you have to have a plan. The PNM plans a new chapter for social services. A fresh approach, innovation, young energy with we boy, Stuarty.
We're going to double the number of food cards. We're going to increase the book grants.
Digital verification for grants. No more repeat paperwork.
We will reform the food support and disability grant systems to better protect and empower families.
Reforming the means test to give easier access to households facing temporary hardship. A new chapter for senior citizens. It's a boss manifesto. Dial a ride to help senior citizens get to clinic. Just call and a car picking you up. It's a wave of innovation in this new chapter.
Make sure that our senior citizens are properly looked after with an automated pension system.
Tanti Kamla and all go benefit. PNM have a boss manifesto, so we paid for political announcement. Vote PNM.
PNM, we working together, we building together, and we'll make it better.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live.
The Street 919 FM, the #1 election station.
So the treasury broke and they say that recession jamming. And so the foreign countries really start migrating. They lose faith in the country, they say we gone down the drain. They say no more could we see happy times again. But majority of we decide we're not going to run, because now is the time to show we patriotism. For we country facing, it's dark, it's sour, so our people need us today more than ever. But in our fight to recover, if ever you feel to surrender, it have one little thing that I want you always remember. We could make it if we try. Just a little harder. If we just get one more try, life would be much sweeter. We can't really analyze just what was the problem. Yes, we start making very positive moves to solve them. We fire the old set of managers we had working, and it's a new group we went and we bring in. And if the goods we require them new managers not supplying, when election time come back wrong, it's new ones we bring in. But if it's one thing about my people, I could guarantee that they would never ever put party before country. And now the country facing, it's dark, it's sour, and our people need us today more than ever. But in our fight to recover, if ever you feel to surrender, it have one little thing that I want you always remember. We could make it if we try, just a little harder. If we just give one more try, life would be much sweeter. The treasury was full and happy time some was enjoying. It's in over and laugh until poor people was living. Now the treasury flat and the country come back to square one. Poor people remain on the same old ghetto injunction. But look at the economy return today on some footing. If the same poor people 10 days and cola they're taking. And without social unrest, poor people paying the price, because they know for the country nothing too much to sacrifice. And if the country facing, it's dark, it's sour, so our people need us today more than ever. But in our fight to recover, if ever you feel to surrender, it have one little thing that I want you always remember. We could make it if we try. Just a little harder. If we just give one more try, life would be much sweeter. Anytime that we hear Trinbago is facing a crisis, as loyal citizens it's our duty to stay and assist. For we know that there could never become a day we're not deaf to this country we can repay. So who wants to focus go, I have no objection. But while outside I want you to have some consideration that your country of good facing its worst day in history, and we must do what we can regardless where we may be. Our country facing its darkest hour, and our people need us today more than ever. to surrender. It have one little thing that I want we always remember. We could make it if we try, just a little harder. If we just give one more try, life could be much sweeter. We could make it if we try, just a little harder. If we just give one more try, life could be much sweeter. We could make it if we try, just a little harder now, a little harder. One more try, sweeter, baby, sweeter. Try.
Blessed good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, family and friends. Blessed good afternoon. Yes, we are the Street 919, and this is the Street 919 family. So our brothers and sisters listening at conventional radio, we need you to get as close as the radio as possible. To all of our brothers and sisters on Facebook and YouTube, we want to encourage you. Call somebody who knows somebody. This is the Street 919, the channel of democracy. And ladies and gentlemen, we just want to encourage you to stay focused, stay blessed, because we have the NTA. We have Mr. Gary Griffith in the building with us. So I need you to call somebody from NTA and tell them at the Street 919 we continue to practice democracy.
Give me a walk with Peter. If some sinners coming with them, I go with thee.
Bless good afternoon, Mr. Gary Griffith.
Hi, good afternoon.
Bless good afternoon, sir. You are the Street 919, and no need for introduction. We already know that you is Mr. Gary Griffith, but we're in the middle of the election. So, sir, I don't want to pick up much of your time. I know you have information.
Because the things that they do.
I know you have information to market to Trinidad and Tobago because your political group is in the fight. So, Mr. Griffith, you take over. You introduce yourself. Let's start, man.
Hi, good afternoon to you and to your many listeners.
Yes, ma'am.
All I can ask Trinidad and Tobago is, I think if people would have decided by now whether they want to vote for the ketchup, the mustard, or the blue.
For real.
I'm not going to try to sales pitch anybody at this time. What I really want more than anything else is for everybody to just take a deep breath, and we need to calm down a bit.
Yes.
The things that I've been seeing and hearing, I think it is rather inappropriate. We have political parties paying persons not to vote. We have people trying to bribe persons with refrigerators and stoves. We have political candidates walking around with gang members. We have political parties defacing public property throughout the country, which is an illegal act. You cannot expect to want to get into government by breaking the law.
True.
We have persons who are political leaders keep saying they love you, they love you, they love you, but they hate half of the country. You can't expect to lead a country if you hate half of the country. I am asking all persons to please calm it down a bit. There is going to be a day called Tuesday, the 29th of April.
Yes, ma'am.
And regardless of the outcome, we will all be citizens of this great country. There will be one prime minister, one government, and it is expected there will be an opposition that would continue to oppose for the next 5 years.
Yes.
We have the CARICOM observers. I met with them a few days ago. I am very confident and comfortable that they would bring some degree of transparency to ensure that when the results come out, regardless, there's going to be a winner and there's going to be a loser. I have never seen an election like this where the PNM is 100% sure they're going to win, the UNC is sure they're going to win, so everybody is going to win. But so there's going to be a lot of crying on Tuesday, on Monday night. What we do not want is for political parties to spend the next 5 years pointing fingers accusing the government of rigging the election. That affects productivity, it affects the economy, it affects investment.
Yes.
It can even cause instability in a government if it is the country and the world believes that that government was they did not win an election.
Yes, man.
Trying to put question. I remember last time in 2020, the UNC, they didn't believe in the league. They actually blamed it on the rain. They actually, because of the extension of the 1 hour, they blamed the rain for their loss.
Yes.
So I am asking that all persons, we need to calm it down a bit. And which is hilarious. If it is that I see Terrence Dial sing, I hug him up, I try to do the PNM dance. I mean, I have 2 left feet, so I made a mess of it. But all of a sudden, Gary does that, and he's a PNM. I started hugging up UNC, Gary's a UNC. It doesn't matter. I know what it is to have enemies. I have fought against the IRA in the United Kingdom. Yes. I was the youngest officer to serve the country in the attempted coup. I was the first citizen back with a United Nations peacekeeping medal. There were 40 death threats to me as commissioner. I know what the enemy is. Enemy are those persons who try to deprive this country of their right to live. The political opponents, that's all they are, not the enemy. I will never see the PNM or the UNC as the enemy. I ask all persons, calm it down a bit. And what I really would like, again, my final point on this is that there seems to be some perception that if you are not a PNM, then you must be a UNC. It is the right of persons to have a third choice. It is the right of persons to say, I do not want the ketchup or the mustard. People have seen these 2 major political parties for the last few decades, and it is their right to say, listen, I want something different. To be hearing things like we are splitting the votes and we all need to join the UNC because to beat the PNM, it is sad. The third party, the British constituency that started in 1981 under the ONR with 91,000 votes. It then moved to 1991 with the NAR with 127,000 votes, of which Kamala Prasad Bissessar, she in fact was in that party.
Yes.
It then went to the Congress of the People with 148,000 votes. So it continues to expand, and the reason being is that persons, and even right now, persons between the age of 18 and 35 never had that third option. The last time they had that third option was in 2007 with the Congress of the People. Well, we are giving them that third option.
Mr. Gary? Hello?
Yes.
This is why this is why I have to ask you this question. Because I wanted to take it from somebody who appreciated your support when you were the Commissioner of Police, okay? Right now you are vying to form government in Trinidad and Tobago. And you know one of the problems that we personally have is crime. Could you give us a breakdown of if on the Monday the 28th, if given the opportunity to form government, what would be part of, or not the whole thing, what would be part of your strategic plan to attack crime? Because I know you doesn't breaks, I know you don't hold back. When it's time to go and get it done, you just go.
Well, the first thing you have to do is to try to unite Trinidad and Tobago. This country has been divided because of politicians, religion, race, geographical location, finance, and when these things happen, the criminals benefit. We have seen when governments change, you shut down and dismantle every single thing. In 2010, we shut down the blimp, the SWOT, the OPVs. In 2015, you shut down the NOC, the National Security Operation Group, the Community Comfort Patrol. This is what we do. We have a way of just shutting down and dismantling. My intention is for us to build a national security architectural system so strong that never in our country's history would we have something that can transform national security. It happened with me as Commissioner of Police.
Yes, ma'am.
So all that is required is to reignite the dozens of things that I put in place that cause public trust and confidence in the police to move from 14 to 59%. On my departure, it has now gone back down to 8%. It will ensure a rapid response, a high visibility, a major deterrent. It will make the country feel safe. Yes, that is what we can do. It was there. I did it. So persons who have a problem with Gary Griffith, you could love me, you could hate me. The facts are there. We have the capability to transform Trinidad and Tobago. The same way I transformed the police service, I assure you, we can transform every arm in the public service, be it health, education, the economy, public utilities, but it can only happen if we have the political will. We cannot be putting square pegs in round holes. I have a serious issue with state boards, where persons are appointed in state boards with no qualification, experience, training, or knowledge in the field, and they are given the state board appointment based on the party card they have in their back pocket. It's payback time. I have serious problems with the campaign financing that has taken place. The election day machinery by these 2 major political parties, it is filthy. There have been over $150 million spent. And how did they get that? It is not a matter of illegal, it is unethical. Because you remember the Friday before the 2015 general election, $360 million was approved for EMBD contract the Friday before an election on Monday. And when you do this, you will have a contractor that will say, listen, I got an $80 million contract. I made a $60 million profit. So here what? Look, $30 million back. That $30 million is thank you for giving me the contract, but also remember me for if you get in government. So when you have that, it makes it very difficult for third parties because we have never been in government, but we don't want to be in that situation where we are held to ransom by those persons who have financed us. So when you have these political parties with $150 million in campaign financing, this is a desperate attempt now to try to win by all means necessary. It is not good. I ask the country, select the political party based on policies, based on the political will. The most important thing for you is safety and security. Who do you feel has the capability to make you safer? By having blind loyalty for the PNM or the UNC or whoever, that if you honestly feel that the UNC is the best fit to make you safe, so be it. But I could just tell you quickly, the track record of the UNC from 2010 to 2013 without Gary Griffith as Minister of National Security, they shut down the blimp, they shut down the OPV, they shut down SORT, they removed Dwayne Gibbs, they appointed the worst commissioner we ever had, Stephen Williams. They arrested 500 young men for no reason at all, and they call us SOE because they couldn't handle crime, and they appointed Rishmi Ramnarayan. Let's look at the national security with Gary Griffith from 2013 to 2015. It was the highest reduction in serious crime in 31 years. He implemented the National Operations Center, the National Security Operation Group, the National Security Training Academy, the Community Comfort Patrol.
Mr. Gary?
Stop the British from imposing the UK visas on us, which is what I can very well do again. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Give me 1 second, let me take a break and let us be right back. Let me pay some bills. Please don't go nowhere. We need to continue the conversation, please.
Okay.
Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
Brothers and sisters of Trin City Maloney, this is Michaela Pandey, political leader of the Patriotic Front. Today, I am proud to announce our candidate for Trin City Maloney, Jamel Hunt.
A vote for me is a vote for Trin City Maloney, for our voices to be heard, our needs to be met, and our future to be bright. I'm Jamel Hunt, your Patriotic Front candidate, born and raised right here. I know the real issues. We need jobs, safety, and leadership that listens. On April 28, let's do better together. Vote for change, not exchange. Vote for the heart. Vote for Jamel Hunt.
Big change, big change. Patriotic Front, we bring change. Jamel Hunt, he bringing change. Time for the rearrange.
What is causing the PNM to attack public servants, social media persons, and everybody who is fed up with them? That is their attack. The PNM's worst nightmare in this election is that the people will get their fair share of the resources of Trinidad and Tobago. That is their fair. The people of our land must have an equal share, an equal space, an equal place in this land, which is ours. Their worst nightmare of the PNM is that public servants will get more money in their pockets. We will do that. We will work with the public servants. The elderly will have a better standard of living. Young people have meaningful jobs, but they will have more access to affordable homes. And you will have more access to Forex, the famous Forex that they now find. After 10 years, they're now finding Forex. So we are asking for your vote, yes. But we want to earn your vote. We want to work for that vote. As we approach election day, we continue to be steadfast in our commitment to earning your vote. We have been sharing our people-centered plans and policy with you for quite some time now. We have been very strategic. Our platform has been one of truth and empowerment. We are not about a fete and wine, and Mama Guy politics Philip spoke about earlier. It's not about a fete and the wine. Of course, we'll have nice music. Okay, we have some beautiful songs, and we love the music. But that's not what it is about. We are the party in this election with a campaign that is positive. We'll meet you where you are, in national meetings, in various constituencies, community meetings in your areas, and cottage meetings on your streets. We are also the only party in this election to take the time to sit and hear from you. When we have our weekly town hall meetings, remember those weekly meetings? And people think this just started. If you all have a good memory, we started town hall meetings sometime last year, since last year. It's just that we're doing more of them now because there are a lot of governance issues that are to be raised. And we are present on all media platforms so you can see for yourself and read for yourself. This is because we want you to know that we understand how serious this election is and that we are not taking anything or anyone for granted. As we always say, yellow is the code. Yellow is the code. Love is the code. Love is the code. And when UNC wins, everybody wins.
On April 28th, vote UNC. This election is about putting people in office who will seek your interest. It isn't about power or titles. It's about people who will get the job done. The UNC has never wavered in fighting the good fight for the dream that is Trinidad and Tobago. Because after all the noise and the smoke has cleared, in your quiet moments, you want what's best for yourself, your family, and your country.
When we win, everybody wins. And so we must press on to the mark of the higher calling, which is everyone being treated fairly and equally in our land. I say again, the PNM's general election campaign is to insult, denigrate, smear. Their campaign will be that people are bad talking the government. Their campaign, as always, is to do exactly what they want to accuse us of doing, and that is to divide our country. We must not let them do it. Their plan is to try and alienate thousands of the electorate across the team. They're saying that there are hundreds of thousands of people who are in pain, who are hurting, who are fearful, who are anxious and emotional. They said those people bad talking the government. You ever hear things so? People are suffering and speaking out. They said they're bad talking the government. Well, government of the day, you deserve to be bad talk, because as John told us earlier, we are beyond a state of crisis. And there is too much suffering in our land. Look at their campaign. They say Kamala bad talking the government. They say the unions bad talking the government. They say influencers bad talking the government. They say workers bad talking the government. So what they're talking about is everybody bad talking the government. Who you have to blame for that? We have only yourselves to blame for that. The families of the children and the women who were raped, murdered and missing, they said they bad talking the government. The thousands of small businesses and women trying to make ends meet and really seeing trouble, they said they too bad talking the government. The thousands upon thousands of workers who want fair wages for a fair day's work, they said they bad talking the government. And young people who want a job, they want to buy a home, they're afraid of getting murdered, they said they bad talking the government. The US crime advisories, they say they bad talking the government too. They say the UK, by putting the visa restriction, they bad talking the government too. UK and EU crime advisories bad talking the government. That's the PNM's campaign for this election, be warned. Their campaign is that the whole world, the whole wide world, and we right here in TNT bad talking the government. So you know when it's time to go, just go now.
On April 28th, we choose a government that will fight for us, because when UNC wins, everybody wins.
On April 28, Tobago faces a defining moment in history, one that will shape our island's destiny for generations to come. Vote for the Tobago People's Party. Put your X next to the anchor, Tobago West, vote Joel Sampson.
I am Joel, not C. Sampson, area representative of the beautiful electoral district of Bonaccord Crown Point. I have seen firsthand how many of Tobago's challenges go beyond the Assembly's reach. Issues like national security, budget allocations, and the fight for our fair share require strong representation at the national level. That's why I am willing to step forward to make the move from area representative of Bonaccord Crown Point to becoming your next member of parliament for Tobago West.
Vote for the Tobago People's Party. Put your X next to the anchor.
Tobago, this is my land, the greatest little island.
We are at a crossroads in Trinidad and Tobago. For too long, we have watched as crime, economic hardship, and broken promises have drained the hope from our nation. But we refuse to accept this as our future. The time for excuses is over. The time for action is now. We demand leadership. Leadership that delivers for the people, with the people. This election is about the people in power versus you, the people with power. On Election Day, April 28th, reclaim your power. Vote for experienced leadership. Vote UNC. Because when UNC wins, everybody wins.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live.
The Street 919 FM, the #1 election station.
Blessed good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, family and friends. Those of you listening on conventional radio, blessed good afternoon to you, the Caribbean, the world in extension, blessed good afternoon. And as you know that we find ourselves in election season and we're in the middle of an interview with Mr. Gary Griffith, our former commissioner of police, our former defendant, our former ladies and gentlemen, despite what we find ourselves in a political season, and our responsibility at Street 919 is to practice democracy. So what it is we're listening from Mr. Gary Griffith is if or when given the opportunity come April 28th to represent Trinidad and Tobago, ladies and gentlemen, what would be done and how he would be going forward. What happened is that he was speaking earlier on and we was not hearing him as clean as possible. So we decided to give him the opportunity. Mr. Gary, you're hearing us loud and clear?
I am. Yes, I am.
Lovely, sir. I just need you to start back over, please, because we was seriously was not hearing you. And it's democracy. Don't get harassed. Don't get harassed. People need an opportunity for fairness. They need, when they go to the poll, they need to understand, if I'm representing NTA, this is why I am doing it. This afternoon, if anybody stop them, this is why I am doing it. So please,
okay.
Sir.
Good afternoon again to you and to your many listeners. What I was actually stating is that it is hoped by this time people would have decided which political party they're supporting. Many people decide on the last minute. What I think is unfortunate is that you got 400,000 persons in this country who vote for persons. They don't care who the person is. They have 200,000 that vote for PNM, 200,000 vote for UNC. The political leader could shoot someone in cold blood. They could do whatever they want. You could actually have people who are on, you could have members of parliament who are on charges and go on platforms. Oh, in fact, that's happening right now, in fact, by the UNC. And they could do what they want, and you're going to turn a blind eye. If it is that is your lifestyle, that you can say, I don't care if people are questionable, if people they are incompetent, if people cannot perform, I am a PNM till I die, or I'm a UNC till I die, that is your right, brother and sister. I can't fault you for that. Yes. But don't fault the other 200,000 odd persons who may say, look, I want to select a political party or a leader based on qualities, based on ethics, based on intelligence, based on the capability to provide me with my most fundamental rights. Yes, that is what is required. People, when you just support a PNM till a dead or a border UNC, I'm going to die a UNC, all right. We see the same thing with Democrats and Republicans in the United States. But the good thing is that the pendulum, how the deciding factor is for all our elections, is based on that bridge constituency, yes. What we do, what that third party they do. People have criticized us and say that we are splitting the votes in local parlance. They're fast and out of place. No vote belongs to any political party. To say that you're splitting the vote. True. If it is that people, and this started in the ONR in 1981 with 91,000 votes, and moved to the NAR with 127,000 votes in 1991. Yes. It moved to the COP with 148,000. 17 years later, persons between the age of 18 and 35 who, this is the first chance you're getting for a third option.
Yes.
Because COP was the last one in 2000. That we can provide you what it is that look at manifestos, look at the individuals, look at policies.
Yes.
Your biggest concern in this country is national security.
Yes.
Absolutely no one in this country that can question the fact that if you look at all the political leaders, which political leader has the capability to make you safer? So they're saying Gary Griffith, probably 100%, but I still want to vote UNC. Well, then you really, how serious are you about your wife being killed, your daughter being kidnapped, your son, your son being murdered? I mean, so it really is sad when it is that people make decisions not based on how it is going to benefit you in the economy, in health, in national security.
Yes.
It is like a cult. And that is why I'm asking people sometimes step back and say, is this the better party for me? I have serious concerns with the UNC. Yes, I do, because some of the individuals that I have seen, you have one individual, they're walking around with gang leaders. You have another that as an attorney, whilst I was arresting people, he's getting them released the next day. You have another who was actually given massive state contracts to gang leaders when we were in government. You have another who's romantically involved with every gang leader. When you have that type of personality, how will we expect and feel comfortable that that party is going to be a good government? That is why they had a problem with me, and I will have a problem with them, because I don't sleep with the devil. I'm not going to make decisions just for political success, because what happens is that you speak to these gangs, you plead with them and tell them to get all their boys to vote for you, and you're going to give them big contracts. That's what happened in 2010 with live sport and so forth. We must not allow another live sport. We have to look people need to look and analyze which political party you feel can provide me with my needs and concerns.
Yes, man.
My last point on that is that people believe that the PNM have failed miserably, so they're looking at a choice between the UNC and the NTA. You selected the UNC because they are the bigger party. That can't be the reason. You have to select which party you feel can provide you with the best, the best choice. If you look at national security, the UNC. Let's look at the UNC with national security. The last time they were in government without Gary Griffith as minister, it was Rishmi Ramnarine firing Dwayne Gibbs, appointing Stephen Williams, shutting down the BLIM, shutting down SORT, shutting down the OPV, calling a state of emergency, arresting 500 men without just cause.
Yes.
2013 to 2015, this was the UNC with Gary Griffith as minister. The implementation of the National Operations Center, the National Security Special Operation Group, the National Security Training Academy, the Community Comfort Patrol, 12 diamond vessels at half the price of the OPVs, highest reduction in serious crime in 31 years. So you know that things can work. The UNC did not provide the capability. They still don't have the capability, the knowledge, the expertise to make you safer.
So
we do in the NTA.
It leads to a question, Mr. Gary Griffith. Come on the 28th, because I've been watching for over the past how much years, and I noticed that you had offered yourself, although that you was not in government, you had offered yourself to this current government, and for some strange reason, you were not utilized. So I am asking you a question here, and I want Trinidad and Tobago to hear this honestly. Come the 28th, let's just say that the United National Congress becomes successful in the election. And if the United National Congress reach out to you, because despite what, we have a crime problem. Despite what, the statistic that you give, I don't think nobody could argue it. If it is that they reached out to you to form something or form some type of group to combat crime, would you be volunteering yourself for the citizens of Trinidad? And could we depend on you for that?
Okay, so let me make it clear. That's an I think it's the best question I've had so far in the 10+ interviews I've had daily for the last few weeks.
Yes, ma'am.
I am always and will always be prepared to serve my country in the way that the country sees the country wants me to serve.
Mr. Gary, stop right there. Hold on. Let me tell you, thank you very much before you continue. Thank you very much, sir. Go ahead.
Right. But having said that, remember I was there with the UNC, and then the individuals in the UNC kept coming in, certain individuals with very strange and questionable activities. Just by the individuals they continue to bring in, it shows that the UNC's style and their mannerism and their plan for governance, it is clearly in contrast to Gary Griffith's character. The same individuals who gave gang leaders state contracts to build police stations, the individuals who have been going out of their way to get criminals released, the individuals who have been romantically involved in them, with them, we have put.
You're breaking up. Mr. Gary? No, man. Mr. Gary, bless good afternoon. Hello? No, man. I ain't hearing him. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, family and friends, we're experiencing some technical difficulty. I don't know if it's a signal problem on Mr. Gary Griffith's side, but at the end of the day, we find ourselves in an interview with the leader of the NTA, Mr. Gary Griffith, our former Commissioner of Police. And again, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Street 919, despite we already know who we're supporting, we know who we're voting for, at the end of the day, the time comes and you still don't understand what you're dealing with, no problem with that. But our responsibility is to give brothers and sisters the opportunity to market what they would be doing if given the opportunity to represent Trinidad and Tobago. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm asking you to bear with me as we navigate along. As we navigate along. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll try our best to get Mr. Gary Griffith back up on the lines. Once again, Trinidad and Tobago, ladies and gentlemen, while the interview is going on, remember, you have the responsibility to continue practicing democracy. Here at the Street 919, you know what this is about. Hey, I need you to call somebody in Prince's Tongue for me. I need to get in contact with the Bamboo. I need to get in contact with Sawa. Diego Martin East, Diego Martin West. Bless good afternoon to you. Hey, I must say a blessed good afternoon to Kuva, Claxton Bay.
Just say no more, could we see happy times again?
Must say a blessed good afternoon to Toko Manzalina.
My people like have confidence. Although many may seem to feel that I talking nonsense, but the majority of we decide we're not going to run, because now is the time to show we patriotism, for we country facing.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, family and friends, apparently we lost Mr. Gary Griffith, but to the NTA family we say no, don't get no harass. We encourage you to please call in and vote, call in and endorse your organization, because this is democracy.
Hey,
hey,
just a little harder, if we just give one more try.
Time to cast your vote. This is the poll. Cast your vote now on any platform. The poll is open.
Bless good afternoon, caller.
Good morning.
Bless good afternoon, caller. Talk to me.
Yeah, I'm voting for country, not party.
Talk to me.
Red.
Red, where you calling from, caller? Where you calling from? Let me big it up nice now.
Beatam Estate.
Yeah.
We in Beatam, yeah.
Beatam in the building. Beatam have spoken Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you very much, Beatam.
Yeah, Beatam.
Yes, man. And Beatam said they're going red. Remember, the polls are open. Once again, the numbers to call is 3420081 and 4665391. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Calling from Toko Sandy Grande, Yellow is the code. We're moving with Mr. Wayne Surge.
Caller, tell me what Trinidad want. What? Come on, caller, done gone. Remember, if you're saying yellow is the code, you have to tell me what the people want in Trinidad and Tobago.
Just say no more, could we see happy?
Bless good afternoon, caller.
Have confidence.
Bless good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, Brother Felix.
Yes, man.
And let me say good afternoon to your listeners and good afternoon to Mr. Griffith.
Yes, man.
Mr. Griffith, with all due respect, you don't have enough people in Trinidad for you to get back your deposits, sir. A lot of what you said is correct, you know. But unfortunately, you were part and parcel of the problem, Mr. Griffith. We thank you for highlighting all the inefficiencies that we had in the TTPS and showing us that we could really get results if the police service really worked in an efficient manner. Unfortunately, when Dr. Rowley got rid of you, the things that you tried to do just end up falling apart. And that is just unfortunate for the nation. But nonetheless, back to the politics. Mr. Griffith, you said to us, you had information to bring down our government. Up to now, we didn't use it. Mr. Griffith, right? When you was Commissioner of Police, all these things that you're speaking about, you had knowledge of it. And is it that politicians are just satisfied when it's election time coming on a platform and telling people that these politicians thief? So are we saying that the police are incapable of getting to the bottom of the problem where politicians steal our funds? Is that what we're saying to the nation, Mr. Griffith? You're talking about the peacock that is taking place, right? And I agree with you. That has no place in our politics and even when you're campaigning. But Mr. Griffith, you were very vocal in calling persons cockroaches. And just conveniently, when it was a family member who was in line to be called a cockroach, you chose to say that it was a mistake she made, an error. So is it her alone can make errors in the country? Mr. Griffith, you all have displayed that when you all have power, you all will always be biased.
Caller, we have some bills to pay. We have some bills to pay. Yes, man. Thank you. But you didn't vote. You didn't vote.
Orange is the code.
Thank you much. Thank you much.
We could make it in
Everybody wins when UNC wins. Trinbago wins. Trinbago wins. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. Tell your neighbor, tell your friend, now is the time to rise and shine. Tell your mother, tell your father, now is the time to decide. If you want leaders who can build, place your ex by the rising sun. If you want leaders who can lead properly, place your ex by the rising sun. On election day, vote UNC. One love, one team, one hope, one dream. On election day, vote UNC. One love, one team, one hope, one dream. When UNC wins, everybody wins. When UNC wins, Trinbago wins. Trinbago wins. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. Vote for peace. Vote for love. Vote for hope. Vote for change. When UNC wins, everybody wins. When UNC wins, Trinbago wins. Trinbago wins. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. Tell your neighbor, tell your friend, now is the time to rise and shine. Tell your mother, tell your father, now is the time to decide. If you want leaders who can restore hope, place your ex by the rising sun. If you want leaders who lead with love, place your ex by the rising sun. On election day, vote UNC. One love, one team, one hope, one dream. On election day, vote UNC. One love, one team, one hope, one dream. When UNC wins, everybody wins. When UNC wins, Trinbago wins. Trinbago wins. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. Vote for peace. Vote for love. Vote for hope. Vote for change. When UNC wins, everybody wins. When UNC wins, Trinbago wins. Trinbago wins. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. On election day, vote UNC. One love, one team, one hope, one dream. On election day, vote UNC. One love, one team, one hope, one dream.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
On April 28th, Tobago faces a defining moment in history, one that will shape our island's destiny for generations to come. Vote for the Tobago People's Party. Put your ex next to the anchor, Tobago West. Vote Joel Sampson.
I am Joel Notsi Sampson, area representative of the beautiful electoral district of Bonaccord Crown Point. I have seen firsthand how many of Tobago's challenges go beyond the Assembly's reach. Issues like national security, budget allocations, and the fight for our fair share require strong representation at the national level. That's why I am willing to step forward to make the move from area representative of Bonaccord Crown Point to becoming your next member of parliament for Tobago West.
Vote for the Tobago People's Party. Put your ex next to the anchor.
Tobago, this is my land, the greatest little island. Jesse Martin, the PLM on fire, Scott Young on fire, the government on fire, the people want Kamla, the people want Kamla, the people want Kamla, the people want
if the rain falling. Everybody now, go and vote for Kamala. Go and vote for Kamala. Take a jump for Kamala. Take a jump for Kamala. Go and vote for Kamala. Go and vote for Kamala. Take a jump for Kamala. The people want Kamala. The people want Kamala. The people want Kamala. The people want Kamala. PNM on fire. Slotong on fire. The government on fire. The people want Kamala. 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 The people want Kamala.
Saturday, the biggest, baddest, boldest political party, the UNC final campaign rally is on home soil, Aranguez, Savannah, Aranguez. It's presentation of candidates, speeches, entertainment, and the feature addressed by political leader KPB+.
You have had other leaders before me. You will have other leaders after me. But never, never, ever will you have a leader who loves you as much as I do.
The final UNC campaign rally, Saturday 3 p.m. at Aranguez, Savannah. Live coverage on this station on all major platforms.
Everybody wins.
The PNM is dipping into their bag of old, tired tricks again. They ask, where will UNC get the money for the plans they have that will benefit you, the citizens of this country? But they tried that tactic back in 2010, remember? And yet, under the UNC-led government, Kamala Persad-Bissessar found the money to build over 100 schools. She also built community centers, health centers, police stations. They built the Couva Children's Hospital, the UE South Campus, completed the Aranguez Overpass, settled over 83 wage negotiations, increased the minimum wage and the old age pension, introduced the Land for the Landless program, the Baby Milk Grant, the Children's Life Fund, expanded GATE, and they gave laptops to every child entering secondary school. So the UNC will find the money. So perhaps the more relevant question to ask this election is, what has the PNM done with your money?
Young people of our nation, ignite your wellness journey with Nature's Touch Youth Health Caravan with Princess Omega and Associates. Prevent ill health today and reap the benefit of good health tomorrow. Join us every second and fourth Saturday of each month at 9:25 a.m. to 9:55 a.m., where we bring to you innovative health solutions. Invest in yourself today by ensuring that you're enjoying optimum health. We are located at number 3, 7th Avenue North via the Eastern Main Road, Barataria. For further information, please call or WhatsApp us at 868-310-8671 or 364-4464. Remember, at Nature's Touch, your health is our priority.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282. or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Job Optimum Health and Wellness. Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Get your Bioplasma Diagnostic Full Body Scan. Examines all of your organs in a single session. 95% accuracy. It's painless, non-invasive, and affordable. Call Pastor Job at 350-2628, 767-1031, or 275-6300. Sick and tired of being sick and tired? Get your Bioplasma Diagnostic Full Body Scan at Job Optimum Health and Wellness.
Hi, I'm Valentine Garcia.
And I'm Nikki Garcia.
Please join us on the Final Hour broadcast every Thursday at 9 a.m. on The Street 919 FM radio.
Every week we will journey into the amazing Word of God. So please join us.
See you then.
Tune in to The Street 919 FM every Friday from 9:15 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. with Kingdom Health Services, situated at number 125 to 186 Eastern Main Road in Tunapuna. For the program, Health and Healing, merging the old with the new, with Mr. Brent Diet. For more information, call 318-7471 or 484-0141 or 360-4100. It's all about Kingdom Health Services on The Street 919 FM.
Like yellow is the color for recklessness? All you hear the latest from Kamala? But what kind of mad scene is this?
We will prepare a divestment plan for the state enterprises and a debt workout strategy.
Let me break down this divestment thing, plain and simple. She say government have no place in business. That mean all state enterprises will no longer be under the government. WASA, Tiontech, NP, Port Authority, just to name a few.
We will transform the remaining state enterprises to publicly owned companies.
So who all you feel will be in charge of these companies? Their financiers, duh. Tens of thousands of workers will be sent home. Who you feel is the first to go home?
The first thing private companies will do is get rid of all the workers and shut down everything and bring in who they want. And I guarantee you it ain't gonna be us.
It's job loss after job loss. When the Kamala cabal get their dirty hands on a company like Tiontech, Lord knows what we will have to pay for electricity. That is mad people thing. So that is why we come in with this paid political announcement. And on the 28th of April, protect your jobs. We vote in PNM. PNM, PNM, PNM.
This is the voice of the PNM. TNT, we're inviting you to join us as we write a new chapter with Prime Minister Stuart Young on Thursday, April 24th, Sangre Grande. Meet us at the PTSE terminal. Hear from our chairman, Prime Minister the Honorable Stuart Young, and a lineup of powerful speakers. Sangre Grande. See you on Thursday, April 24th. Meeting starts at 6:30 p.m. This is a new chapter for TNT. We're red, ready, and responsible. On April 28th, vote PNM. Great is the PNM.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live.
The Street 919 FM, the #1 election station.
For we and we will set you free.
Time to cast your vote. This is the poll. Cast your vote now on any platform. The poll is open.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, family and friends, we are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. And today is nothing about playing thing. Today is about business. Again, remember that the polls are open. The numbers to call is 342-0081 and 466-5391. Trinidad and Tobago, listeners on conventional radio, bless good afternoon to you. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, good afternoon. I must congratulate the last caller. I think his name was Chris.
Yeah.
He said it well. Just like I wanted to say the same thing. Right? Yellow's the code, eh?
Talk
but
to
the
me.
thing about it is that is why Gary does can't fit nowhere at all. Also because he motor mode. It's called a motor mode. You understand? It's going to talk all the time. You know, for you're in an organization, you have to humble yourself. Yes. That's the whole problem. You know, like to talk out too much as stupidness because he get the amount of things he did in the past. It was all right, but little stupidness he be doing, it mash him up completely. You understand? That's why nobody have followed him at all. He alone and the truck going all about the place. Have a great day.
Thank you, much, caller.
Listen, Yellow is the code.
Yes, man.
Confidence. Although many may seem to feel that I talk.
Bless good afternoon, caller.
Hey, brother Felix, real quick. Listen to the interview you just conducted with Mr. Griffith.
Yes, man.
Yeah, now, one thing I want to compliment you on that the first time I heard your interview, and not unique to Mr. Griffith, I don't have any issues, but I like how you keep it straight. I would like to hear in the future more chance, because one thing about some persons, speaking about me now, a lot going on society, entertainment, this and that kicks. But what we have done is we have intertwined entertainment and kicks and push reality all the way to the back. Now we're in a confusing situation. So it's good to know that our persons, fun is fun, everything, but when it comes time to answer real questions, nobody ain't losing you with nonsense.
Yes, man.
So keep up the good work. Yellow is the code, and it's all about a better country.
I need to hear from you. Who Trinidad and who the people want in Trinidad? Talk to me.
Miss Camilla Prasad, sir.
Thank you much, caller. Thank you much, caller. Blessed good afternoon, Trinidad.
The people want Kamla.
Hey.
The people want Kamla. The people want Kamla. And it's that. Good afternoon, brother Felix and your listeners. Share the live listeners. And hear what's going on.
Dr. We.
The PNM, they thief so much. You tell them thief so much. Tell them thief the manifesto. Now after 10 years, they know that the children want psychological valuation. The children want this and the children want that. After 10 years, you tell them, what get your thief? What I get your thief? And they're fighting for your stuff. But I want to ask a question, brother Felix.
Dr. We.
Right? When they close down Petro train, who closed it down? And who had it in? A set of contractors by the PNM financiers by them.
Man.
And I want to ask, if a man who is the head of the health and safety office in Trinidad and Tobago, if he have a big contractor supply labor and he missed appropriation and workers victimization and working on that bad condition.
Yes, man.
Who have it? But I feel like I'll call it back in a little while.
Lovely. Tell me who the people want.
Kamla. The people want Kamla.
Thank you much, caller. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Yeah, good afternoon. Yes. I don't take that NTA leader seriously at all, you know. I am saying I don't take him seriously at all. As a matter of fact, I think he needs to probably go and take a rest and probably revive himself for the next general election, probably 2030. The fact remains is that you in politics, like anything else, you must be a team player.
Yes.
You take you as a police commissioner. The person who selected you walk down, I watch it on television, pick you and say you. The man said that the biggest mistake he ever made was to employ you. You come out, you fought the election with the UNC.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That is the 2024 local election.
Yes.
Right? You have to, I don't know what went on there, but there seems to be some tension and some, falling out there.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You leave your wins and you join with hope. Right? Tishaya had to leave and run you and go she way. Right? So I don't know. That Tishaya gone, these things gone anyway. So you can't do it. If you can't work with team, you can't work with people. So then how could you be part of anything? How could you talk about good governance? The first thing is be able to work with people.
Yes, man. Yes, man.
I'm not putting the blame on you, but it seems to be either people can't work with you or you can't work with people. And that is a problem that you have to solve.
Caller, tell me, Monday, please the Lord. Who you voting for?
Yellow.
Who the people want in Trinidad and Tobago?
Well, Bisasa.
Ah, thank you much, caller. Let's good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, calling from Toko Sandy Grande.
Toko Sandy.
Is the code.
Tell me who the people want.
We're looking for better representation. They're forcing to open a highway in Grande right now. And they could have used that money to see about the squatters in Valencia and environs.
Yes.
We want better representation. And when Ms. Kamala Prasad Bisasa come back in, I know she will find out for the former finance minister where the 3 point how much billion.
Thank you much, caller.
Loving the house. Yellow is the code.
Yellow is the code. Thank you very much.
Jesse Martin. PNM on fire. So young on fire.
Let's good afternoon, my brother.
Selector now come in.
Doctor, we talk to we.
I said, he's strong on fire. Only on fire.
Hey. The people want. Talk now.
Kamla, the people want Kamla. Mr. Felix. Why the G string for you to come back for the work in the agent of the piano? The Griffin fire burn you. The people will come now. I love to listen.
Lovely. Yes, man. Let's get afternoon caller.
Rowley is lying. Rowley, is lying. You don't know.
Talk to me.
Felix.
Talk to me.
A man call your pastor Google from the beatum. And he say he bought PNM. 10 years. He sound like he had no teeth in his mouth. You tell me that the PNM couldn't put proper dental care in the hospital for you to fix about. This is not Pastor Google, this is Felix.
Thank you much.
He sound like a pastor because he likes to pray.
Yes.
But he just pray for Trinidad and Tobago and he just pray for betterment. Pastor Google was sending me in hell. Don't call this man a Pastor Google. Rowdy is like, you're not even Gary lie. I'm going.
Thank you much. Hey, bless good afternoon, caller.
Calling from Arangwez.
Arangwez in the building. Bless good afternoon, Arangwez.
The code is yellow.
Talk to me, who the people want?
The people want Kamala because Kamala cares.
Lovely.
She cares. She's filled with love.
Yes.
That's what God is. God shares love. We want love.
Yes. Caller, you couldn't say it better.
God is love. God is love.
Yes.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Same to you.
The people want Kamala. The people.
Bless good afternoon, Kunji. How you doing?
The people want Kamala. The people want Kamala.
Doctor.
Kaksande want Kamala. Barbara want Kamala.
Point 41.
want Kamala. Kamala. San Fernando West want Kamala. Lavanti want Kamala. Gary, the Trinidad and Tobago want Kamala. Let me see this now.
You go ahead.
Afternoon.
Hey, bless good afternoon, caller.
Afternoon. Yeah, Mr. Felix, San Fernando East here, man. Yellow is the code.
Talk to me. Who the people want in San Fernando East? Talk to me.
People want Kamala.
Lovely.
People want Kamala.
Hey,
hey, Kamala. Yeah. Mr. Guy, Griffith, we respect you a lot, eh? But when the citizens call on this program, the citizens of this program here over the country looking for leadership. We're really fighting for power because we are going inside to play with no big money. But we're looking for leadership to better our country, and every government going there, either some must get corruption or some between some of them. So what you Mr. Guy Griffith, they talk a lot, but 2010 to 2015, Mr. Guy Griffith, you talk about all of that, and yes, still crime was down, and everything was running proper in the country. If you was in office, Mr. Guy Griffith, and you know all this was happening, why you didn't pull it to the front line, if you know they were so wrong doing? Mr. Guy Griffith, it's a good thing that you was under the UNC, that your track record was shown properly, because you come under the PNM government right now and they kick you out because they failed to support you to continue your track record upon this nation, which is a very good commissioner of police. We are denying it. Then you call so much of wrong thing about the UNC. I don't know. I just say I don't know if you're campaigning for the PNM because the PNM disturbed the merit list. The PNM had mystery. We first time in history we gone without a commissioner of police in this country. The PNM have said they had 5 million, death in 5 million, but the billing Balizeo 60 million and plus. Mr. Guy Griffith, I don't know why you didn't talk about these things. I don't know what really going on. There's so much more you can say, Guy Griffith, Mr. Guy Griffith. But you are saying, what about short-term and you going to give up? You getting law, anything behind it? What about short-term stepdaughter with the drugs and things? You see your pointed finger, Mr. Guy Griffith. We love you, we respect you, but we're looking for leadership and citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. UNC built 25 schools in a year, Aquatic Center, Children Hospital, Children Life Fund, Mill Grand, and Dable High School. So the South go all, Dable University. So the South and the whole point go have easy access and less expense in our pocket in South here. So watch me, UNC is the final party. You know why? We are choosing to say PNM or UNC or NTA in it. The final decision is UNC because they show the track record and development of this country. So citizens wake up all their mindset. UNC is the final party to bring this country to the betterment and growth of this generation here. Okay, God bless everybody.
Yes, man.
People want Kamala.
Yes, man. Somebody wake up Tobago for me. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon. This is Granny.
Granny, how you doing?
Granny trying to get through. Never see a phone line. So busy.
Oh, God. Sorry. Let me.
Yeah. I want to send a message for David Mohammed.
Talk to me.
If David Mohammed saying they're fooling the little boys like he. And he wants them to come like he. And he wants to be together with them. I wonder which little boy he's talking about. Because Lennox Smith is a big man. You is a big man.
Yeah.
Professor Kojo is a big man. So if David Mohammed here, and he said that how they're talking Rowley bad, they're talking Fitzgerald Hines bad, and I can't remember the next one name.
Yes.
You know, but he didn't hear when Rowley disrespect Kamala, and he didn't hear when the Chinese Indian man disrespected Kamala.
Yes.
So if he is appearing him, and he wants to go and campaign with Rowley, and then nobody has stopped him, but he can't stop we. Because we in UNC, and the whole of Trinidad and Tobago love Kamala, and they want Kamala. Sorry for you, David Mohammed.
Thank you, Granny. Thank you, Granny.
I'm on fire. You're on fire. Government on fire.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, family and friends.
Kamala. The people want Kamala.
Wherever you at, once you're hearing the sound of my voice.
Who the people want Kamala.
Let's good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Boy, I just do an experiment. I experimented just now. I like to pass it on to you.
Talk to me.
I ain't talking no politics today. I just want to vote now. I ain't done with talking now. But here's my experience today.
Yes, man.
I went in a UNC office, not in my constituency. I leave with 2 jerseys and one of the biggest flags to wave.
Hey!
Plus, flag for my car. Flag to put on the fence.
Lovely.
I said, nah, boy, this can't be true. I went by another UNC office with not in my constituency again. Leave it 2 more jerseys. Big flag to wave. I tell them I buy a PVC pipe ready. They give me the biggest flag they have to wave.
Lovely.
Plus other things.
Yes, man.
I say, when you go in PNM office, you have to pick and choose if to give you a jersey. And one and all kind of thing.
Caller, I want you to tell me who the people want. Who the people want.
I'll let it not no vote. Don't let me take it back.
Hey! Say no more. Thank you. Hey! Bless good afternoon, caller.
Bless Brother Felix.
What?
Brother Felix,
yes,
I want the people and listeners to know that House Chotong and this lie, Mama Guy, and all talk. They're talking about youth and housing.
Yes.
And under the UNC, it have over 500 on complete housing development in this country. And for the last 10 years, they never see fit to complete it and give the citizens and the vulnerable. And just imagine, I asked a question today, extra bill 100 houses and other break of 50. Who paid for that? And the people what? Kamala.
Thank you.
I'll call it back in a little while.
Thank you. Hey, ladies and gentlemen.
Jesse Martin.
Best good afternoon, caller. Hey, talk to me, brother.
You have a respect for G-String. I have no respect for them. Them is oppressors. Yeah, Nicole Panola, them is oppressors with PNM. I was just putting a verse. Fireburn, G-String, Fireburn. All of them nasty, evil, wicked PNM. Love and respect, Felix. Felix, I see the Savannah around. Go Savannah looking nice, boy. I was just have a big stage to jump up on Saturday.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters listening on conventional radio, I need you to get to your handset. We have some videos to run. Come on, our responsibility is to keep the information relevant. So I need you to contact somebody who knows somebody. You need to understand what is taking place in Trinidad and Tobago. What? Bless good afternoon, caller. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Mr. Felix, good afternoon to you again.
Talk to me.
I get cut just now. Mr. Felix, you asked Gary Griffith a question just now. You ask Gary Griffith if the UNC win the election.
Yes.
And or ask him to come and help us Prime if he will offer himself a service.
Yeah.
He say yes. I want to ask Gary Griffith, why would you offer yourself a service with a corrupted government that with so much a criminal charges and walk away with criminal? Gary Griffith just a year and something ago, Gary Griffith, for the local election, you was telling the citizens of this country the UNC is the best party to run this country. And because you're not included in the coalition, you're totally feelings for that. But I want to ask you our next question, because I hear you say on the radio station, the young girl that is getting locked up with all the cocaine is your family, and she make a mistake. She make a mistake. But out of the 500 young boys that are getting locked up for a 10 piece and a 20 stone cocaine, them didn't make no mistake, Gary Griffith.
What?
Them break the law.
Hey!
Gary Griffith, the country watching you. Stop toting feelings. Stop toting feelings and stop bad talking the UNC. You rate Kamala Prasad Bisesa a year and 3 months ago 100 out of 100 and tell the citizens of this country the UNC is the best political party to lead the country. What you saying now? What you saying now, Gary? Was lying?
Doctor,
you're fighting for power. You're fighting for power. You don't get no power. Thank you, Mr. Felix. Here is the code. And the people want Kamala.
Thank you.
Point up here, want Kamala.
Thank you. Let's good afternoon, caller. Good afternoon. Talk to me. Talk to me.
How are you going? Mr. Felix, I know the last time I tried calling you back, I said I call you back because you were talking about petition, but I'm not talking about that today. I heard something else, so I want to talk about that. I first want to tell Granny I respect everybody, child to grandparent.
Yes.
But she had to talk to herself when she said everybody, right? So it's not everybody. So, but what I want to say, Mr. Felix,
yes,
is that the same Trinidad that I'm hearing people saying are so bad that the Indian businessmen and women and employees come into Trinidad and Tobago and invest? Is it the same Trinidad that Pakistani business people and employees from Pakistan is coming in Trinidad and to invest? The same Trinidad and Tobago, the Chinese business people and employees come into Trinidad and Tobago and invest and work. The Venezuelan, let me say, everybody, right? And if those people who you all want to call you 1% who brought all of these nationalities here in Trinidad and Tobago, plus the refugees who left this country to go and fight in another country and seeking to stay across there, not want to return to Trinidad and Tobago, and even people in the U.S., which I know of, want to return because they think that the U.S. is not so good. Is this the same Trinidad these people talking about, Mr. Felix?
Same Trinidad.
They're saying it is so bad.
Same Trinidad.
And all of these people want to come here and stay here and don't go back to the country. You know, India sending people in.
Caller, let me keep it short and sweet. Let me keep it call back. Caller, let me break something down to you.
Jesse Martin, the PNM on fire.
There's a reason why you're hearing this song.
The government on fire.
The reason for it.
The people want Kamala.
You call out some braces that you say investing in Trinidad and Tobago. Having investment in Trinidad and Tobago is one. What you need to calculate is how much local people employed with these people you're talking about under this PNM government. No matter who you call, you're walking in business places and not one Trinidadian in the business place. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a break to take. We'll be right back.
Bills to pay. And so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
With the UNC, because why? When the UNC wins, everybody wins. Because I tell you, if Stuart and the PNM win, you and your children lose. 5,000 people have been murdered under their watch, Stuart and Rowley. 5,000 persons murdered. And remember, he was the Minister of National Security. Why did he not protect the women, the children, and the families? Those 5,000 families. Why? Because he was too busy. He was too busy, hear it? He was too busy recusing himself from cabinet over 101 times because of a conflict of interest or benefits to his friends and family. So he didn't have time for you. He was there 101 times, leaving the cabinet, recusing himself, while that cabinet, his friends sitting there, made decisions to benefit friends and family. I say if they win, heaven forbid, you lose your pension. If they win, you lose your property. If they win, Imbert gets away with the $3.5 billion. So do not allow them to make you lose out for another 5 years. If you want a country where everyone has the opportunity to do better, win with the UNC. If you want a government who will hunt down the criminals and keep them off the streets, win with the UNC. If you want a government who will protect you from the criminals and who will not run from responsibility, win with the UNC. If you want a government who doesn't take you for granted, win with the UNC. If you want a government to keep your old age pensions and your public assistance, win with the UNC. If you want to make sure that you get the salary increases you deserve, win with the UNC. And if you want a government who will get rid of the wicked property tax, win with the UNC. Win with us.
On April 28th, we choose a government that will fight for us, because when UNC wins, everybody wins.
People are just fed up. Over the last 10 years, you have seen a barrage of bad government decisions which have eroded your quality of life. Do you feel more secure today than you were 10 years ago? Are your assets more secure today than they were 10 years ago? If you answer honestly, all of you will say a resounding no, no, no. I know you're constantly whispering about where the future of TNT is heading. But one of our roles, my role, is to give a voice to your endless whispers. The PNM does not have the right to ruin your ambition and cripple your standard of living. The country did not decline so steeply by magic. The people in government whose hands have been on the steering wheel, like Vishnu Dan Paul and Colin Imbert, they have driven us over the precipice. And so I ask you tonight to ask yourselves some questions. Ask yourself, is it normal now for me to accept that any day, anywhere, I could be shot in the head? I could be kidnapped? I could be raped? Ask yourself, is that normal? Are there these questions in any way unreasonable? Has anyone in government given you good answers to these questions? No, they have not. They have not. They just continue to squeeze you more and more. There is something called learned helplessness in psychology. It is when you are faced with a constant barrage of terrible situations and conditions that you have tried to change, but you just can't. You eventually give up trying, even when new opportunities come your way to make change possible. You give up trying. So you learn to be helpless, even when simple changes could remove a massive block in front of you. What you should be aware of, and what is scary, is that some people in power can manipulate circumstances to force you to live as though you are helpless to change things. Whenever I say this, it touches people's nerves. They immediately know that this condition, and they can identify the PNM as the architects of this condition of helplessness. Our country is in a mess. It needs to be fixed. And the UNC, together with our coalition of interests, we will fix TNT with your help. We will fix it.
On April 28th, vote UNC. Because when UNC wins, everybody wins.
The UNC built 106 schools, gave thousands of free laptops, textbooks, and scholarships. We expanded GATE and skills training, constructed the Debe UWI campus, the Nursing Academy, the Aviation campus, the Drilling Academy, and the Couva Children's Hospital. We created the Children's Life Fund, the Children's Authority, and over 55,000 new jobs. Vote for a leader who loves you and your children. Vote UNC.
We are at a crossroads in Trinidad and Tobago. For too long, we have watched as crime, economic hardship, and broken promises have drained the hope from our nation. But we refuse to accept this as our future. The time for excuses is over. The time for action is now. We demand leadership. Leadership that delivers for the people, with the people. This election is about the people in power versus you, the people with power. On Election Day, April 28th, reclaim your power. Vote for experienced leadership. Vote UNC. Because when UNC wins, everybody wins.
Job Optimum Health and Wellness. Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Get your Bioplasma Diagnostic Full Body Scan. Examines all of your organs in a single session. 95% accuracy. It's painless, non-invasive, and affordable. Call Pastor Job at 350-2628, 767-1031, or 275-6300. Sick and tired of being sick and tired? Get your Bioplasma Diagnostic Full Body Scan at Job Optimum Health and Wellness.
Let's welcome on stage none other than
One Caribbean Music Festival, Saturday, May 31st, 2025 at Queens Park, Savannah. The king of dancehall will take the stage after 13 years. The World Boss returns. Vibes Cartel.
Come over now, come over now.
VIP and VVIP tickets available at
519 Restaurant and Bar, C3 Mall, San Fernando, Pompey's Barbershop, Port Mall, Scarborough, Jade Monkey, Crown Point, Waterholics, Pigeon Point, and East Bay Fashion, Spring Garden Trace, and online on Island e-tickets. For more information or cabanas and special zones, call or WhatsApp 794-OCMF. That's 794-6263. Or log on to OneCaribbeanMusicFestival.com.
All previously purchased tickets remain valid. One Caribbean Music Festival, Saturday, May 31st. The World Boss returns. Vibes Cartel.
Powered by
California Stucco.
And sponsored by Cache.
Love, respect to Trinidad. It's always a pleasure.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live.
The Street 919 FM, the #1 election station.
Trinidad and Tobago, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we are the Street 919. Yes, and remember those on IWER TV. Yes, if you are listening on conventional radio, remember you have the opportunity to head to IWER TV on YouTube and vote. And we have a next interview. We have Mr. Keith Scotland in the building. Bless good afternoon, Mr. Keith Scotland.
Good afternoon, sir. I like your energy.
Yes, man. Yes, man. Well, again, you know what we're talking about is the 2025 general election. We know you represent a particular district, you represent a particular party, and today we practice democracy at the Street 919, so I want to give you an opportunity to speak to the people, sir.
Well, I'm very grateful for the opportunity.
Yes, man. So you could go ahead and hold on.
Yes.
Go ahead. Let me start with introducing yourself. Let me do it right because we ain't going to see you. So at least Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, at least they know who's speaking, man.
Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago, and those listening all over the world. My name is Keith Scotland, Member of Parliament and the candidate for Port of Spain South for the People's National Movement.
Yes. You go ahead, sir. You go ahead. Because we know we are approaching the 2025 general election.
We are approaching the 2025 elections. I am saying that there is much to be done. The People's National Movement government is not perfect. There are issues affecting Trinidad and Tobago. But by and large, we have practiced good governance. And I think that when it's nice, you do it thrice. And just because it's a third term, just because you understand that people are niggling at you and trying to influence you with false promises, I think that the People's National Movement has done enough to deserve your trust, to deserve your confidence, to at least give the People's National Movement a third term in order to steer this country in times that will be very uncertain. These are not times where you put your future and that of your children at risk for catchphrases such as yellow is the code. Well, truly, what does that mean? Translate that into something else. As a code, in politics we speak language. We speak red. We speak responsible. We say we are ready and we are fit to govern. And I want to give you one living example of why I say the People's National Movement is fit to govern.
Talk to us, man.
You would be aware that there was our most recent past Prime Minister was Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley. And he indicated since 2020 and August that he will not be running in 2025. You recall that, the night at Balizé House.
Yes.
True to his word, he demitted office as Prime Minister. And internally and both nationally, we had a switch and a transition from Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley to Stuart Richard Young. And it was done in a seamless fashion.
Yes.
It was done in a way that the governance of the country was not disrupted. What it means is the People's National Movement. This was a serious transition. This was a transition of a prime ministerial position, you know.
Yeah.
And it was done voluntarily. So it's not, and remember, Dr. I didn't go out with no scandal or anything. He did that. And we showed in that moment that we understood governance. We understood the laws, because with all these threats that came from the other side, oh, they will challenge it under section this, under section that. Has there been a challenge in the court?
No.
Not one.
No, we didn't see
it. It means, therefore, that we are able to handle our internal affairs. And that shows that we can handle our own stories. It means that we are fit to handle the stories of the country. That is the example I use.
I could ask a question, though?
Go right ahead.
I'm just saying, is it that none of the other, because you know we have about 17 different political groups vying to form government in Trinidad and Tobago. Is it that none of the political organization did not contest it because they know if it did go to court, until that matter over, we wouldn't be able to have an election?
No, the elections would have gone, because unless part of their prayer would have been, meaning part of what they would have sought in the court, was an injunction against the elections. The elections would have gone on. Their challenge was what we were doing was wrong. Was wrong in law. It was illegitimate.
Right.
Where's the challenge? That would not have stopped the elections. In fact, when that happens, if you recall in history, and we mustn't rewrite history, the elections were not called as yet, you know.
Yes. True.
The elections were called the day after
that is
the Honorable Stuart Young was sworn in as Prime Minister. And in fact, if they had to challenge it, that was the time to challenge it. Isn't that so?
That is the truth.
That was the time to challenge it. To show, well, this is not real. They didn't do it right. They made the flaws say, and remember, they boast of having some of the brightest lawyers, and
well, yes,
they're bright. Well, how come they haven't challenged it?
Thank you.
How come?
That's a
Trinidad and Tobago, I want you all to wake up. And there's something that bothers me. I was in Harris Promenade. I was at Harris Promenade,
Yes.
about 3-4 weeks ago, when the Honorable Prime Minister delivered the feature address. And he spoke and he said, well, if we go to the IMF, there'll be retrenchment of public servers. If we go to the IMF, there'll be impositions of certain strictures.
Yes.
If we go to the IMF, and that's why we are not going to the IMF. I woke up the morning and saw an excerpt that says, we will retrench workers. We will, that's the Honorable Prime Minister speaking. Whoever did it, they took out the context and they made it into a totally false. Remember that?
Yes, I did. I doesn't market them kind of garbage. That garbage.
But why would you? There must be something fundamentally wrong with that.
Yes.
Why are you trying to fool people? That is what a campaign is all about. Fooling the populace.
Yes.
Come on. We have to do better than that. In my mind, the back of my mind, and my legal mind, something is wrong with that,
Yes.
Something is drastically wrong with that. It's a misrepresentation of immense proportions,
Yes.
Yes. And it seems to be possible. And then I want to say, I have looked at the diaspora that is being targeted. I say to all of Trinidad and Tobago, wake up. I say to the diaspora that's being targeted, don't allow yourself to be thus mismanaged and manipulated. I say that. I also say on the flip side that there's a responsibility on our part.
Yes.
To put people in a gear so that they will not fall prey to those things. But a gear doesn't happen on its own. People have to be willing to come into the gear, to get out of the gear of URP, to get out of the gear of corporation work, to get out of the gear, to become what we are. We are the best artisans. We were the best masons, the best carpenters, the best plumbers, the best mechanics, the best food makers, entrepreneurs with business, the best parlors that turn into mini-marts. Where are these businesses in the areas that they ought to be? The best seamstress, the best tailors,
yes,
the best barbers. And we fall in prey and saying yellow is the code, boy. I don't know. Something has to be done. I am in a constituency that I have to do it.
Yes.
And I am committed to doing it.
Mr. Keith Scotland, I want you to tell Trinidad and Tobago, come Monday the 28th, if given the opportunity to continue representing some of the things that they can look out for. This is your direct constituency. Forget the overall.
My direct constituency of Port of Spain South. I want to start up in the east. So starting up from Beverly Hills, coming Picton, Plaisance, Pomtrace, Dan Kelly, Foster Quavador, come down to Spree Simon, up to Africa, come around to St. Paul Street, come into East Dry River, come into Mango Rose, Nelson, Duncan, George, Henry, go across by Old St. Joseph Road. I want to deal with that aspect of my community.
Yes.
I want to start to engage us to grasp the opportunities that the government has put for our young people. I want to move, I want to roll with the young people.
Right.
And they will be my focus because I saw in them, when I was walking, a willingness to lift themselves out. There's an entire ministry called the Ministry of Youth Development and Social Service. I want them to grasp the programs, grasp the MILAT, grasp the Civilian Conservation Corps, grasp all that is, grasp the trades that are being offered in order for those who are not so academically inclined. I want us to concentrate. If we have skills in sports, if we have skills in rapping, freestyling, there are opportunities. We have opened we have reopened a $14 million facility in Barcelona Street. It is safe. There's no borderline there.
Right.
I have walked my commission. I've spoken to say, look, let the country come here and use this facility. Use it. I want to make Port of Spain South the AI capital of the Caribbean. That's my view, so that people will not reach for what they were not supposed to reach for in the pocket. But instead of that, reach for a modem, reach for a mouse, reach for some aspect of technology, because we have the talent.
Yes, man.
Why must we be under a code? The only code I want here is the code where you can go into your computer. That's the code I would want to utilize.
Yes, ma'am.
For my other areas that I represent, because I go a little further, which is Woodbrook.
Yes.
I have an app with the EMA established an app. It's a noise app.
Yes.
So when the bars operate and when the bars break the law, they can report it to the police and the Woodbrook police station.
Instantly.
St. James, I want you to go to your former glory. There's enough entertainment desire in Trinidad and Tobago to fuel both Arapita Avenue and St. James as entertainment hub. One does not have to thrive at the expense of the other. I think St. James needs just a little love. A little, since the burning down of Smokey and Bunty, I've realized a little decline in the activity in St. James. We need to get that spot back up and open. You know, some spots are a central spot that creates a sort of magnet.
Yes.
I think that Smokey and Bunty on the Western Main Road was such a spot. I want to see more activities in the panyards. I want to see more young people, more male getting involved in the lives of their children also.
Mr.
I want to see the male presence, yes.
We have 2 minutes. I don't know if it is. You could go with your closing remarks, please, now, and motivate the people. Motivate the people.
I just go in here for 2 hours.
Yeah, you motivate the people.
I will tell you why. I said this morning, thinking those who vie to represent Port of Spain South, I wonder if it took time to understand that this is something that you have to believe in.
Yes.
And I believe in our people. You know, I think there's a conversation I want to start to have with my young men and young women and teach us how to hug each other, you know. And a hug is not something physical that has anything, attachment has no value added to it except I love you, brother, I love you, sister.
Yes.
And engage with each other at that level, at that basic level, and understand our self-worth as human beings and appreciate each other so that we will not do each other harm. That nobody could chain up one week to say, go and do something against us.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Have that conversation with young ladies so they can know their self-confidence. That not every touch has to be a physical touch. And it could be a brotherly and a sisterly touch, and it's allowed. And that's a different form of love that we show each other. That's the sort of conversation, that's the sort of impact that I want to make. And I want to tell you something.
Talk to me.
God has blessed. The only thing I could do is law. God bless me with that. If a pipe bursts in my house, I had to call somebody to fix it.
Your thing is law.
Yeah. I'm good at that.
Lovely.
And because I put my mind to it, I was successful. I put my mind to Port of Spain South, and we together will be successful. It's a hard cry, you know.
Yes.
When I go down Duncan on Nelson Street, I hear things about yourself. You know, when they tell you,
you have 20 seconds. You have 20 seconds. Close it off for me, nice.
God bless us all.
Yes,
how great thou art.
Yes, man.
How great thou art. When sings my soul.
Mr. Scotland, we want
my
to thank
Savior God today.
We want to thank you for being here with us at the Street 919 Trinidad and Tobago. We must thank Mr. Scotland for his encouraging words. And again, you continue to stay focused, and I pray God covering over you in your campaign.
Listen, I am focused.
When UNC wins, everybody wins. When UNC wins, Trinbago wins. Trinbago wins. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. Tell your neighbor, tell your friend, now is the time to rise and shine. Tell your mother, tell your father, now is the time to decide. If you want leaders who can build, place your ex by the rising sun. If you want leaders who can lead properly, place your ex by the rising sun. On election day, vote UNC. One love, one team, one hope, one dream. On election day, vote UNC. One love, one team, one hope, one dream. When UNC wins, everybody wins. When UNC wins, Trinbago wins. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. Vote for peace, vote for love, vote for hope, vote for change. When UNC wins, everybody wins. When UNC wins, Trinbago wins. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. Tell your neighbor, tell your friend, now is the time to rise and shine. Tell your mother, tell your father, now is the time to decide. If you want leaders who can restore hope, place your ex by the rising sun. If you want leaders who lead with love, place your ex by the rising sun. On election day, vote UNC. One love, one team, one hope, one dream. On election day, vote UNC. One love, one team, one hope, one dream. When UNC wins, everybody wins. When UNC wins, Trinbago wins. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. Vote for peace, vote for love, vote for hope, vote for change. When UNC wins, everybody wins. When UNC wins, Trinbago wins. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. On election day, vote UNC. One love, one team, one hope, one dream. On election day, vote UNC. One love, one team, one hope, one dream.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
What is the reason, what is the source of all this PNM discomfort? What is the source of all their fear tactics? What is the source of their heightened desperation, their heightened divisiveness? What is causing the PNM to panic? What is causing the PNM to panic? The UNC and the coalition of interest has the PNM on the run. We have them on the run everywhere. What is causing the PNM to attack public servants, social media persons, and everybody who is fed up with them? That is their attack. The PNM's worst nightmare in this election is that the people will get their fair share of the resources of Trinidad and Tobago. That is their fair.
On April 28th, vote UNC.
Saturday, the biggest, baddest, boldest political party, the UNC final campaign rally is on home soil, Aranguez, Savannah, Aranguez. It's presentation of candidates, speeches, entertainment, and the feature addressed by political leader KPB+.
You have had other leaders before me. You will have other leaders after me, but never, never, ever will you have a leader who loves you as much as
The final UNC campaign rally Saturday 3 p.m. at Aranguez Savannah. Live coverage on this station on all major platforms.
Everybody wins. Jesse Martin, the PLM on fire, Scott Young on fire, the government on fire, the people want Kamala, the people want Kamala, the people want Kamala, the people want Kamala, who the people want Kamala, who the people want Kamala. 10 years now the people suffering, raising tax and raising everything, now it's time to vote them out of all you know who they want? The people want Kamala, the people want Kamala, the people want Kamala, the people want Kamala. Reckon if you voted for Kamala, reckon if you voted for Kamala, reckon if you voted for Kamala, people want Kamala, Puna want Kamala, Siparia want Kamala, Sampanano want Kamala. First thing, election morning, go and vote for the UNC, even if the rain falling. Go and vote for the rising sun, even if the rain falling. Everybody now, go and vote for Kamala. Go and vote for Kamala. Take a jump for Kamala. Take a jump for Kamala. Go and vote for Kamala. Go and vote for Kamala. Take a jump for Kamala. The people want Kamala. The people want Kamala. The people want Kamala. The people want Kamala. PNM on fire. Scott Young on fire. The government on fire. The people want Kamala. The people want Kamala. The people want Kamala. The people want Kamala. Who the people want Kamala? Who the people want Kamala?
Everybody's talking future, but can they really give it to ya? Want to know where to invest? Open an MPF. The Trinidad and Tobago Mortgage Bank is the only way to go. For experts who know just how to help you achieve your goals. Yeah. Own your future, let's begin with the MPF. You're bound to win. Guaranteed no penalties, everything to put your mind at ease. Own your future, let's begin with the MPF. You're bound to win. No service charges, so invest. Get 3% and more with your MPF.
The Mortgage Participation Fund from HMB, a subsidiary of Trinidad and Tobago Mortgage Bank. Visit mympf.com and own your future.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282. or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Oh God, call on the Lord. Call on Him. Pour on us, God. Oh God, as we
You are invited to join Pastor Morris Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco in Sangre Grande, for the Old Time Gospel Hour all-night prayer every Friday evening, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Designed with you in mind, this ministry deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective. You will be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, He hath showed thee, O man, what is good and what doth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with thy God. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated and can be sent through the First Citizens Bank, account 795-222, in the name of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly. For more information, please call 753-1113. May God richly bless you.
The light of your glory.
Hi there. I'm Lester Sublal, inviting you to join me on the first, second, and third Saturday, 8:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the program Slow Gospel Music, and on the 4th and 5th Saturday from 8:30 p.m. for an extended version of Slow Gospel Music on Street 91.9 FM.
This is the big one. We ready. Calling out all PNM posse. PNM supporters assemble.
It's PNM.
We going Etihad, Saturday 26th April. This Saturday, 3 p.m. for the big red rally. Come support your PNM candidates. And now is the time we talking the things. They can't get away. Hear the Honorable Prime Minister Stuart Young SC and the political leader Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley and a powerful lineup of speakers. The big ones, lots of entertainment, the top soca stars and more.
We used to carry it. We used to carry it when they come. We used to carry it. We used to carry it.
All PNM supporters, rock and come in. Etihad Grounds, 26th April, this Saturday, 3 p.m. Because we ready, we responsible, we launching off to the new chapter.
Red is the PNM and we shall prevail. Red is the word.
All 41 constituencies in the house. Everybody, we out there.
Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. IWER George on Instagram. Share the live. IWER TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live.
The Street 919 FM, the #1 election station.
And we will set you free.
Time to cast your vote. This is the poll. Cast your vote now on any platform. The poll is open.
Blessed good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Brothers and sisters, family and friends, we are back. We must thank Mr. Keith Scotland. We have to thank Mr. Gary Griffith for being in studio with us this afternoon, brothers and sisters. But at the end of the day, remember, the polls are open. And remember, we're running a poll here on a daily basis. Remember, you have a responsibility to practice democracy here at Street 919. So hear this. I had to get that video before I get to the phone lines. I had to send out a message to Trinidad and Tobago before I get to the phone lines. Hey! Facebook, YouTube, blessed good afternoon. To the brothers and sisters listening on conventional radio, blessed good afternoon to you.
So no foreign countries really start migrating. They lose faith in the country, they say we gone down the drain. They say no more, could we see happy times again? But the will to recover in my people.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I needed to get as close to your handset as possible. We had to run a video. Just for a little clarity, we have a responsibility to understand the truth. What was done, what we experienced, and what we participated in. You have that independent responsibility.
But you know I to recover.
What?
If ever you feel to surrender, it have one little thing that I want you always remember.
Remember, if you want to continue voting, I need you to head to YouTube at IWER TV.
Just a little.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, family and friends.
If we just give one more try.
And if it is a Facebook person, I need you to head to the Street 919 family. I'm going and run the video there now. I need you to come up on the live. Come up on the live. Let me take a phone call before I head to the video. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Felix, Orlando here.
What's going on, Orlando? Talk to me.
Okay, yellow is the code. Yes. I have to say something.
Talk to me.
I listened to that guy interview, Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
Felix, you don't ask questions. You should question the guy. The guy, blah blah, such a rubbish. I mean, those are the rubbish he's talking. To be honest, you should have asked him what they have done, what he did. Did he write that? Pol Pot, you got to ask him. You got to question people.
Caller, we in the middle of an election. We open the floors for democracy and give the man an opportunity to boast about the party. I'm not supposed to tell him to do that.
But he does lie. But the problem is you gotta correct the fact check them with anybody. I don't care who it is, Kamla, anybody. Fact check them and say, hey, that's not true. Because you know what, you make a better interview. All right, okay, yellow is the code. Bye.
Thank you. Hey!
Always remember, we could make it if we try.
Trinidad and Tobago. Brothers and sisters, family and friends, I need you to get to your handset. At the end of the day, we have to be responsible. So I need you to listen to this video here. Call somebody who knows somebody and let them know that we have some important information to remind you of now.
I want on this platform to remind all workers of the country that it was not Kamla who raised gas prices 7 times. It was Rowley and Stuart Young that do that. That it was not Kamla who further burden you with property tax and other punitive taxes. It was Rowley and Stuart Young that did that. She did not decimate TSTT, putting hundreds of workers on the breadline. It was Rowley and Stuart Young that did that. And tonight, I want to remind all the Petrotrin workers, all the Petrotrin workers, that it was not Kamla who closed down Petrotrin and sent all of you home. Take away your medical plan, put your pensions in jeopardy. It was who? It was Rowley and Stuart Young that did that. You see, they want you to forget the last 10 years. They want you to forget the last 10 years. For them, it is as though that last 10 years never existed. They would like you to forget the pain, the horror, and the nightmare, and the arrogance, and the bullying of Rowley and Stuart Young on you, the workers, and the people of Trinidad and Tobago. But we cannot afford to forget that.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, family and friends, my responsibility is to run responsible content. We gotta keep it factual. Yeah, this is not a plain thing.
Who the people want? Who the people want? 10 years now the people suffering, raising tax and raising everything. Now it's time to vote them out.
I have to give you one from the Queen of Port of Spain, because it seems to me that everybody who used to support PNM and say not this time, they're being attacked, they're being targeted. So we have a responsibility to practice democracy. So I want to bring you this one from Port of Spain. Miss Twiggy, big up yourself, sister. The Queen of Port of Spain, big up yourself, sister.
That man is out of cardboard box. Mr. Warner, where is me and you no friend, but you know what you're saying. And plenty of them PNM, they could say they want the suffering more than me. And they have nothing to do more than drink free rum and beers and a wheating and hold a flag and they catching the ass for the children and grandchildren and even seen the sight of a book list. They have to wait till this one bring a drive here, that one have a drive there, that one have thing to go and beg for book all over the place. That's what PNM bring all here, to be begging for school books for children. They're passing along the bridge tomorrow, only one day African with this big man like he have on a dress, this African thing like he's a big black man they come to fool yourself in Trinidad and Tobago, passing along the bridge and showing the school and them all the clothes on and balling education. Pass them along the bridge and all they coming on and picking the street and show them all they want to their education, or they shut down the school and can't open it back. The big strong black African man we bring to Trinidad to papi show all that we may want to see them so. Like for all you, the big black strong man.
Jesse Martin.
Let we keeping it factual. I need you to call somebody who knows somebody. Let we get to we handset.
The people want Kamla. The people want Kamla. The people want Kamla. Who the people want? Kamla. Who the people want? Kamla. 10 years now the people suffering, raising tax and raising everything. Now it's time to vote them out.
Hold on, I need you to see this one here. See what it is the United National Congress is experiencing right now. We in a time of democracy, a time of freedom. on private property. People going to vandalize people things. So you tell me if this is integrity.
Brothers and sisters, good morning. This is Safra Zali coming to you live from the Arangwell Sports Club, a private ground. This morning, 2:39 a.m., internal cameras caught 5 guys coming into this ground and defacing UNC candidate Devish Maharaj billboards. Watch this, guys. Stin, watch that.
Look.
Watch that.
Look.
Watch that. Watch that. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it, guys. Disgusting. It's on the other side of the billboards that facing the Arangwell Savannah side too. I'm going to show you all. Watch this. There's your river here. They only left one good. We also had the banners, all the banners on the riverbank slashed. We had about 6 or 7 on the riverbank. Guys, watch this. Disgusting, disgusting. You know what? You know what? Evil. They are evil guys, and we caught you all on cap.
Just imagine.
You know what has caused that?
I'm on fire.
You know what has caused that?
On fire.
I go break it down for you here now. I need you somebody to get to the handset. Somebody need to call somebody who knows somebody. Understand why this song was sung. Understand why the people saying.
Raising tax and raising everything. Now it's time to vote them out of. Yeah. All you know who they want. The people want Kamla. The people want Kamla. The people want Kamla. The people want Kamla.
We should put God out of our thoughts, and we should allow those fellows to occupy the corridors of power for yet another time. Then you take what you get.
How could a sitting prime minister dismiss Rowley from his cabinet, and yet, after Manning's passing, Rowley ascends to the role of prime minister? It feels like a slap in the face to Manning's legacy.
We will take no part in a government that comes to power by means other than democratic.
Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago, each and every person, especially those who stand in with the People's National Movement, understand the message from one of our forefathers who control the organization. You telling me the information is right before your eyes. We were warned before, yet still we made the same mistake. Take the conversation into order. This is not me. This is just blatant information. So when it is you're seeing billboards getting ripped down and you're seeing this happening, listen. This is what does happen when it is. Yeah, listen.
If we should put God out of our thoughts,
listen, man,
and we should allow those fellows,
listen, man,
to occupy the corridors of power for yet another time. Then you take what you get.
How could a sitting prime minister dismiss Rowley from his cabinet?
Already phone line hot.
After Manning's passing, Rowley ascends to the role of prime minister. It feels like a...
Listen to this piece here.
We will take no part in no government that comes to power by means other than democratic.
Who is to Manning's legacy?
We will take no part in no government that comes to power by means other than democratic.
As legacy.
We will take no part in no government that comes to power by means other than democratic.
Who?
Ladies and gentlemen.
We will take no part in no government that comes to power by means other than democratic. Take no part in no government that comes to power by means other than democratic. We will take no part in no government that comes to power by means other than democratic. We will take no part in no government that comes to power by means other than democratic. We will take no part in no government that comes to power by means other than democratic.
Just imagine.
You have to tell me.
On fire.
Trinidad and Tobago.
On fire. The government on fire.
Brothers and sisters, family and friends. Once you're hearing the sound of my voice, I need you to call in. The phone lines are open. Once again, the numbers to call is 342-0081 and 466-5391. Remember to vote online. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Mr. Felix.
Doctor, we.
When we take office Monday night.
Doctor,
we might have to appoint Granny's Attorney General, you know.
Hey!
The code is yellow.
Code is yellow. Who the people want?
Kamala.
Thank you. Who the people want?
Kamala.
Thank you very much, caller.
Go and vote for the rising sun, even if the rain falling.
Bless good afternoon, caller. Bless good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Phillips. What the base in the back there?
Go ahead.
I hear you interview Cole Pot, man. You see the plans here people in the East for 11. See, man, Cole, the people who suffering under the PNM, you know. Look at school closely open down for 9 years. They think that school, simple school. Mr. Phillips, I say the PNM politics like a science, you know. They know how to fool African poor people, you know. That the worst MP. I remember that man maybe once or twice. And so that man will shoot people by like dog, you know.
Oh, Jesus.
Mr. Scotland, fire, burn you, take your constitution and put with the monkey, put in nuts.
Doctor, man.
They're not promises, boy.
Doctor, man, who the people
Yellow
want?
is the code, the people want Kamala.
Thank you,
We love Kamala, the nation love Kamala.
Yes, sir.
Long live the UNC.
Thank you, thank you. Hey! Hey!
Jesse Martin.
Bless good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon to you, Felix. Felix, I want to tell you something. I have a message for Kids Scotland.
Doctor, we.
East, west, north, south. People calling from all about.
Yes, sir.
Who the people want Kamala? Who the people want Kamala? Hey. If you wake up and rain falling, you get up your car and starting. Just go out and do the right thing.
Hey,
we voted for Kamala. We voted.
Hey! Stop now.
Felix, listen. I sent you a 36 seconds video to put Kids Scotland whole interview in the garbage bin. 30 seconds.
I go
listen
check. Yeah, check it in.
All right.
Yes, man.
Raising everything. Now it's time to vote them out of. Yeah!
Let's good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, Faith.
Doctor,
the people want Kamala, yellow is the code.
Yeah.
People have to be wicked after the vote here, knowing that if them come out of it, they don't have no proper tax and drink, and then won back that, but how wicked people can be themselves, boy.
Hey!
The only way PNM win this election is get the biggest election, boy.
For real.
Yeah.
Yes, man. Yes, man. Yes, man.
Go and vote for the rising sun, even.
Hey! Hey! Let's good afternoon, caller.
Hello, afternoon.
Talk to me.
San Fernando East here, the people want Kamala.
Aha.
Felix.
Yes, man.
I thank you for interviewing that man properly. Them leading people that understand what you do just now, you know.
Yeah.
That man can stand up and represent himself. Them ruling that seat where he's sitting for decades.
Yeah.
For decades. And the man can stand up strong like a pillar and stand up and say what he do for his constituency or where any other MP, citizen listening.
Yeah.
Even up in Port of Spain, PNM ruling, and he can't highlight no area in Port of Laverdale, Beaton, Sealot, no way he can stand up and say the PNM did this and it's a foundational, generational based development to go forward, just how the UNC do. Scotland had nothing to say, Joe. So Phillips, you interview that man, go that man get a platform to speak his voice and to establish a party. He talking about yellow and red.
Thank you.
But yellow, we understand what yellow is, but the red is what? Responsible. We see for the past 9 years, you had never been responsible. And I want to say one more thing. He talk about Short Young, then that's the first thing he talk about. But watch me, from my understanding of Short Young, my people of the PNM party, the backbenchers who they put on the backbench, all the 30 years, they all have to come forward.
Yes.
Learn all your vote. Big up that man who called you earlier. Big up that man, but learn your vote. That man have a blessing coming for you.
Yes.
Learn your vote to better your country, citizen of the PNM.
Yes, man.
Hear this one. Chong is a 1% Rowley riding here and taking the money is a 1% in the party. Or listen, he 10 years and taking money and hijack the party. So truly the 1% really ruling this country. Scotland, I know you're listening now, but here what I say is really a 1% come in the party and hijack the whole party because Rowley is about money to transfer money on me. Alright, so enjoy the yellow is the code, the people who are Kamala. God bless.
Thank you much. Hey! Let's good afternoon, caller.
So I listened to Mr. Scotland talk, and one word, all them big words and all them fancy stuff, you know, one word he didn't have? He did not have the word democracy. We hear it plenty for elections. It means your freedom to continue to enjoy life as you know it.
Yes.
Now let me tell you something. When you take away democracy from the very inside of your party, the core of your party, you didn't let them vote, you didn't let them choose a leader.
Yes.
It's telling the public that when I get in there, the next democracy is yours. You may not be able to say the things you want to say. Remember recently, Stuart was saying, I want to look at the social media because of how... No. He already telling you he doesn't believe in democracy because he got that job from a friend. He doesn't believe in people voting, so we mightn't get a vote in the future because if you take it away from your party, why you would not do the same to us? Because you can't change stuff and change how we live and what we enjoy. You already coming in there as a non-democratic person. You didn't say, guys, you all want me to leave, vote. Nobody will vote for him. He gets hand-selected, and you know what the scary thing? When somebody hand-selects you, they want something for that, Yes. You have to wonder who waiting to get what they want for hand-selecting a man who was not democratically elected. But mind you, he wants us to go and exercise our democratic rights.
Yes.
For him, who didn't let swap all these guys in there, and the name skipping me now, but especially Penelope. I mean, that woman worked so hard in PNM since man days, and you didn't give her a fair chance to be voted. There when they even have to be fighting a war right now. People love Penelope, but she didn't get a chance. Why? There is a bigger person deciding who could do what, and soon they will decide for us too if we let them go in there.
Thank you much, caller. Thank you much, caller.
It was the first time in my 14 years of journalism that I saw PNM MPs move almost UNC-ish. Because on my drive back to my room to write my stories, I got calls from your MP, some of them very upset with you, selling out everything happening inside that closed-door meeting. Some people thought it was a bit messy. Some people felt you did it in a way where you felt that was the only way you would have gotten Mr. Young in that position, somebody that you've been grooming for that position.
They knew exactly how to manipulate the internal elections.
They went from Eric Williams to Patrick Manning. From Chinese poison to a man claiming he worked Obi on a man.
This is all very close to liquor too. The last time I was put out of anywhere for anything, the person...
Let's good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
The red, the ready, and the reckless. Yeah, that means promises never materialize.
Yes.
And tell to Scotland to go and ride the bike and fall in a pothole. Have a good evening.
Thank you much, caller. President, talk to me. Let's good afternoon.
Yeah, man. Good afternoon again to you and Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes, man.
I've been the whole time and I'm listening, and I'm trying to find out more and more why the PNM don't get a lot. Because the truth and the fact is, I don't believe it have a average Trinidadian like really truly to the soul like this. Yeah. And imagine, I mean, if you have you and a husband, a wife and a husband in a house, and the husband decides to go, but in going now, he puts his friend with the wife. I mean, how that going to look, right?
True.
And that is what I see, you know.
Yeah.
A husband with a wife, that is the country in the country.
Yes, man.
And the husband decides, look, man, I looking to make us spend. Well, every woman pick up a man, you put a man push it.
Hey, thank you. Hey.
And I watch that, and I ain't seeing... I have a man there saying, no, that's supposed to be right. No man do that to no man. No woman, well, you don't need a woman in the house because we know a woman is, but we don't put it there because it's the man we're dealing with.
Yes, man.
And that is the position I see in there. So, in respect, when we was looking to see he go down, right down, fight it out.
Yeah.
You come right here and you just stick a girl 42, you know that? Yes. And Kamala, they tell him that once, when he was looking to do something and he find this and he find that, She said that you are no testicle of fortitude, and he proved to me.
Caller, we had to pay some bills. We had to pay some bills. Hey!
So, you know, I'm going there.
Talk to me, what?
Yeah, we don't know where I'm going already.
Thank you.
So do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
Follow The Street 919 FM on all social platforms at The Street 919 FM.
When UNC wins, healthcare wins. Cardiac stenting within minutes of arrival at a hospital on a 24-hour basis. So it will enable a nationwide 90-minute policy of heart attack to stenting. Within 90 minutes, there is a cath lab. So you get a little chest pain and heart attack, and you take it to San Fernando. You know what happened? You're dead before you reach in town somewhere. You're dead. We will set up these cath labs in all our major hospitals. With the relevant staff, you will win with the construction and equipping of dialysis clinics, dialysis centers. We will construct, equip at the major hospitals to have a 24-hour dialysis program. And if we have to pay for dialysis with private providers, we would pay, but only for emergency cases, because we'll have a 24-hour system in our hospitals. And therefore, you will win also. We will create a unique medical malpractice court and special investigated unit, aided by foreign experts to handle suspected medical malpractice cases. We will set up a medical malpractice unit in Trinidad and Tobago. We will not stop there, because right now the malpractice is there, many good doctors, but you should not pay for any malpractice that takes place. So in addition to that unit, we will also establish a no-fault compensation fund. No-fault compensation fund. So that affected citizens can receive some relief outside of the courts. Even if you cannot get the evidence to prove the malpractice, we'll set up a no-fault compensation fund for you. We left the Couva Hospital fully equipped, and that PNM never opened it. They removed all the equipment when they came into office. And therefore, when they moved that, all the warranties were voided. The calibrations went askew. Millions of dollars in equipment gone to waste by this wicked PNM government. I want you to rest assured that when the UNC wins, we will open the Couva Hospital fully equipped. Fully equipped.
On April 28th, we choose a government that will fight for us, because when UNC wins, everybody wins.
The rise of new media and social media has transformed the creative industries and digital media sector, offering unprecedented opportunities for individuals to monetize their creativity and upend traditional advertising. Content creators can now produce low-cost, high-efficiency content using accessible tools like smartphones and leveraging platforms like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and others to generate income, to get revenue. The advent of AI further enhances this potential, enabling creators to streamline production processes, improve content quality, and expand reach. This industry allows individuals to work remotely, build audiences through followers, subscriptions, blogs, and podcasts, and earn revenue through advertising, brand partnerships, and affiliate marketing. Influencers have become key players in driving product, service, and messaging sales. So we can then establish clear guidelines for advertising, transparency, sponsored content, disclosure, protect intellectual property rights for digital creators. We'll create fair policies for recognizing earnings generated through online platforms under our financial rules, enabling access to banking services and government incentives. We'll create a creative content development fund to provide loans for aspiring content creators to access equipment, training, and mentorship programs. We will partner with the private sector companies to sponsor workshops on digital marketing strategies and AI integration in content creation. We will offer courses on new media and social media management, video production, graphic design, and AI tools. We will enhance affordable access to internet connectivity nationwide to ensure citizens can access online platforms efficiently. We'll establish co-working spaces equipped with tools like cameras, editing software, and high-speed internet for content creators. That's where we get the money. This is where we can create jobs, and this is where we can earn revenue, we can bring money in. When the UNC wins, new media and social media content creators will also win.
Vote UNC, because when UNC wins, everybody wins.
Vote UNC, one love, one team, one hope, one dream.
There is something different in the air. A bright energy flowing through every street, every voice, every heartbeat. It's love. It's hope. It's a natural mystic calling us to change. The people have awakened. We finally see it. We deserve better. And the better is coming. On April 28th, we choose a government that will fight for us. Vote UNC. Because when UNC wins, everybody wins.
Jesse Martin, the PLM on fire, Sojong on fire, the government on fire, the people want Kamla, the people want Kamla, the people want Kamla, the people want Kamla, who the people want Kamla, who the people want Kamla. 10 years now the people suffering, raising tax and raising everything, now it's time to vote them out of all you know who they want, the people want Kamla, the people want Kamla, the people want Kamla, the people want Kamla. Reckon if you voted for Kamla, reckon if you voted for Kamla, reckon if you voted for Kamla, people want Kamla, Puna want Kamla, Siparia want Kamla, Sampanano want Kamla. First thing, election morning, go and vote for the UNC, even if the rain falling. Go and vote for the rising sun, even if the rain falling. Everybody now, go and vote for Kamla, go and vote for Kamla, take a jump for Kamla, take a jump for Kamla, go and vote for Kamla, go and vote for Kamla, take a jump for Kamla. The people want Kamla, the people want Kamla, the people want Kamla, the people want Kamla. PNM on fire, Sojong on fire, the government on fire, the people want Kamla, the people want Kamla, the people want Kamla, the people want Kamla, who the people want Kamla, who the people want Kamla.
The countdown has begun. One Caribbean Music Festival. This is not just a concert. This is an experience. The king of dancehall will take the stage after 13 years. Vibes Cartel. Saturday, May 31st, 2025 at Queen's Park, Savannah. A movement. A moment in history. The undisputed icon. Vibes Cartel.
Oh, you love the touch. See, don't gonna cheer where you want so much.
Delivering a performance like never before. One Caribbean Music Festival. Straight from Portmore to the Queen's Park, Savannah. The World Boss returns. And he's not coming along. May 31st, 2025. Queen's Park, Savannah.
Get your tickets at online on Island e-tickets. For more information, call or WhatsApp 794-OCMF. That's 794-6263. Or log on to OneCaribbeanMusicFestival.com.
All previously purchased tickets remain valid. One Caribbean Music Festival.
Powered by
California Stucco.
Company Limited and sponsored by Cash It.
The World Boss returns.
Trinidad, let's do it.
Everybody's talking future, but can they really give it to ya? Want to know where to invest? Open an MPS. Own your future, let's begin with the MPS. You're bound to win. Guaranteed no penalties, everything to put the MPF, you're bound to win. No service charges, so invest. Get 3% and more with your MPF.
The Mortgage Participation Fund from HMB, a subsidiary of Trinidad and Tobago Mortgage Bank. Visit mympf.com and own your future.
We are at a crossroads in Trinidad and Tobago. For too long, we have watched as crime, economic hardship, and broken promises have drained the hope from our nation. But we refuse to accept this as our future. The time for excuses is over. The time for action is now. We demand leadership. Leadership that delivers for the people, with the people. This election is about the people in power versus you, the people with power. On Election Day, April 28th, reclaim your power. Vote for experienced leadership. Vote UNC. Because when UNC wins, everybody wins.
Everybody's talking future, but can they really give it to you? Want to know where to invest? Open an MPF.
The one fund that guarantees principal and interest earned, has no service charges, no penalties, gives anytime access, and offers projected interest of 3%.
On your future, let's begin with the MPF. You're bound to win.
The Mortgage Participation Fund from HMB, a subsidiary of Trinidad and Tobago Mortgage Bank. Visit mympf.com and own your future.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live.
The Street 919 FM, the #1 election station.
Time to cast your vote. This is the poll. Cast your vote now on any platform. The poll is open.
I'm here.
Grab a snack, ready, black about.
Trinidad and Tobago. Let us not forget.
Wins! Win! UNC win! Everybody wins!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, family and friends. Yeah, what's going on? We have our 15 minutes. We want to get as much vote as possible. Those of you on Facebook, remember, yellow is the code, you say, red is the code, wherever it is, remember to vote. YouTube, remember to vote. Phone lines, we are back, and the numbers to call is 342-0081, 466-5391. You call in and you tell me who the people want. Bless good afternoon, caller. Short and sweet.
Mr. Felix.
Dr. We.
Why, I thought I listened to this interview you had with this man here just now, and this one like he had you in a trance. You have me wondering we're really going on with you. You ain't asking the man nothing. He just talking, and all I seen from you is your head going, yes. All you're saying is yes. I ain't hear any conversation.
You don't need to hear. You don't need to hear. You don't need to hear any conversation. And this is you don't know what's going on. What to do? Sit down and talk about bad roads. Sit down and talk about schools. Sit down and talk about all them shortcomings. I gave him the opportunity so he could market his politics. That is why I gave him the opportunity to do.
It takes 9 years
Hey!
for him to know that.
Hey!
9 years for him to know that. If he really had them good intention as he's saying that he have,
For real.
I think he should cross the floor, because if he there for 9 years and couldn't get that out, he should cross the floor, because over on the other side,
And get it done.
You might get it done.
Yes, man.
You know? But, and then you come and you do a wickedness after that. You know, we waiting here, waiting to get back in. And then you go with commercial.
No, it's not. No, that the ad, we have to run the ad. I have to keep the lights on and the phone line open. Caller, don't vex with that one part. At all. Don't vex with that one.
All kind of thing, and how we suffering out
Sorry.
You make me lose each other thought.
Oh, God.
You make me lose each other thought. They make me cool down.
Sorry.
You don't want that right now.
All right.
We're not chopping this right now. We serious. We ain't playing no games right now. No.
Caller,
Don't do that. Don't do it.
At all. Sorry about
Don't
that.
let them come and stay long with no interview.
At all. Thank you.
You don't want that.
Thank you, caller. Tell me who the people want. You ain't telling me who the people want.
Oh God, you don't know already. Yellow is the code. You see, you're
I'm confusing you. Thank you, caller. Let me go.
You know you're confusing me. I beg.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
Man's on fire. The people want Kamala.
Bless good afternoon, caller.
The people want Kamala.
Bless good afternoon, caller. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, Mr. Felix.
Doctor. Baratarian in the building.
And I'm declaring Sawa Barataya for UNC.
Yes.
The first seat, the marginal seat at Barataya Sawa for UNC. Yellow is the code. I'm gone.
Doctor, who the people want in Sawa? Hey! Bless good afternoon, caller. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Talk to me.
Yellow is the code.
Talk to me. Who the people want?
So what happened? The people want Kamala anti-cams.
Hey, you go ahead.
Okay, so here we're going on. The ready and responsible, right? So they're responsible for bad infrastructure, bad education, everything bad, everything run down, right? That is how they're responsible, right? So when you're ready and responsible, we know what you mean. Right? So Kamala we want, and it's anti-cams.
Thank you much.
Yellow is the code, and it's that.
And it's that. Let's good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon. The people want Kamala. Want better representation.
Yes, man.
Mr. Keith Scotland, all you had 9+ years to fix. And all you did nothing. All you come in here to fool the poor youths and them. But you know what I'm glad for? Plenty of them are studying mommy and daddy as they're making their own choice and know how they was living for the past 9 years. So you know what? The code you don't understand, I'll be telling you now. Yellow is the code.
Thank you much, caller. Let's good afternoon, caller.
Hello, Mr. Blake.
How you do?
How you going there, Papa?
Ade, talk to me.
What's happening? I'm calling from Shogunas East.
Shogunas in the building, Shogunas East. Talk to me.
But if I tell you what the code is, let me tell you what's happening.
Short and sweet. We nearly out that time.
Yeah, doing a little walk around the house now, boy. And then a little sweat now, so I'm looking for a little washer to wipe my face. You hearing me?
Yes, man.
And the only thing coming up is a yellow.
Hey! You talk to me. Who the people want down by you? Talk to me.
Anti-cams, boy.
Hey! Thank you much, caller. Thank you much.
Yellow is the code.
Yes, man. That's good afternoon, caller.
Hello. Yes, good afternoon.
Talk to me.
Yes, yellow is the code. I'm calling from Brooklyn, man.
Brooklyn in the building.
Yeah, yellow is the code. I'm calling you in the car.
Brooklyn. Who the people want in Brooklyn? Talk to me.
Kamala on the right, Kamala.
Yes, man. Thank you.
And listen, Felix, you're doing a good job, man. Keep it up. Very good job. I like it.
Brooklyn, big up yourself. We love you on this side. Hey. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Afternoon, Owen.
Good afternoon. Talk to me.
Yeah. You should ask Scotland into this cup with cold pot or ride bicycle.
Hey!
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, the people who come here, the coal is yellow, even the ocean turning yellow and all.
Yes, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Good yellow.
Yes, man. Bless, good afternoon, caller.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes. Choose your political partner wisely.
Yes.
Dominic Romain from Davide.
Thank you, man. Thank you. So what you're saying is PNM?
PNM.
Yes,
Dominic Romain.
Thank you much. Thank you much, sister.
Now it's time to put them out of
This brother said very disrespectful, boy.
Thank you. Bless, good afternoon, caller. Talk to me.
Government on fire. The people want Kamla. The people want Kamla. The people want Kamla. The people want Kamla. Who the people want?
Bless, good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, Mr. Phillips. Here's the PNM slogan.
Talk to me.
All in. Let Kiss Quebec take all in and ram it to the monkey put in nuts.
Hey!
After that promise, like food put in his first corridor. Fire on the PNM.
Talk to me. What
people love Kamala. The country want Kamala. Yellow is the code. And love and respect. Kamala. Very tune.
Hey!
Jesse Martin. The PNM on fire.
Hey!
Young on fire.
Let's good afternoon, caller.
Oh God, again, it's me again, Yellow. The woman who called in yesterday, she was stalling your program, so you would not get all these votes.
Yeah.
That's why she was just spending so much time with you.
Yeah, I know that.
But you know, yellow is 500 and the red is only 20. So
Yeah.
she was stalling you. All right, later.
Yes, man.
Kamla. The people want Kamla.
Let's good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon. This is Ryoko calling. Yellow is the code.
Talk to me.
Right?
Yes, man.
And tell Victor Roberts is singing for his supper.
Hey.
You understand? And because he get nothing, he born in African. I is African. You is African.
Thank you.
Everybody's African here. We have to live as one.
Yes.
Victor Roberts, you take your blasted time. You know what I hear? You're singing for your damn supper. You understand? You're too damn ungrateful.
Hey.
And Nimakaram, Victor Roberts. I look on this bit.
Thank you much, caller. Bless, good afternoon, caller. Bless, good afternoon, caller.
Hello, don't vote for Mama Guy and a part-time lover who live here 10 years now. Dominic Romain, Davide, PNM.
Hey, thank you.
Go and vote.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, Trinidad and Tobago.
On fire.
Hey, let's good afternoon, caller.
Hey, you know, I lost my train of thought just now too. You know what I really called for?
Doctor,
to tell you that nobody who hold office and call citizen cockroach should ever hold office again.
Thank you.
Under no circumstances.
Hear you.
Nobody that held office and called citizen cockroach should ever see the corridors of power again.
Thank you much, caller. Yes, man. Let's good afternoon, caller.
Yes, hello. Good afternoon to you, Mr. Felix. Yes.
Talk to me. What do people want by you?
I want to change that song by UNC one Kamla, not no people.
Not the people.
Right, I call it the time short. The time short. I can't express my thing here like I wanted to tell you, but the time short.
All right. No problem.
I'm saying he will be paying property tax. If they get into office, he will be paying property tax.
Right.
I have the evidence here.
Right. Yes, man.
For next time.
Yes, man, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, family and friends, we have a little under 1 minute. And my responsibility is to let you know that you need to stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen.
From the street, 919fm.com. Here's
Wrong knob. But listen to me.
Jesse Martin.
We already are heavy in the building. And you know the future talk is up next. So to each and every one of our brothers and sisters that voted today, we're saying thank you very much from the Street 919 family. I want to say thank you very much to our two visitors, Mr. Griffith and Mr. Scotland. I'm saying thank you very much to each and every one of our brothers and sisters on conventional radio. You know the Street 919 family love you. Tobago, big up yourself. New York, big up yourself. England, big up yourself. Trinidad and Tobago, until we meet again tomorrow. I love you.
When UNC wins, everybody wins. When UNC wins, Trinbago wins. Trinbago wins. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. Tell your neighbor, tell your friend, now is the time to rise and shine. Tell your mother, tell your father, now is the time to decide. If you want leaders who can build, place your ex by the rising sun. If you want leaders who can lead properly, place your ex by the rising sun. On election day, vote UNC. One love, one team, one hope, one dream. On election day, vote UNC. One love, one team, one hope, one dream. When UNC wins, everybody wins. When UNC wins, Trinbago wins. Trinbago wins. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. Vote for peace. Vote for love. Vote for hope. Vote for change. When UNC wins, everybody wins. When UNC wins, Trinbago wins. Trinbago wins. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. Tell your neighbor,